discussion. So now I will be streaming the rest of tonight all about Star Wars stuff. So the last stream has some Star Wars stuff that we discussed. So if you want to see the beginning of when this happened, go into the stream and skip to about the halfway point, and I think that's when we start the discussion. You don't have to, it wasn't important. We discussed some spoilers, but not all. But now this is the full discussion, and we'll probably bring up the same points again. But I highly recommend watching the 200 Crypto Keys episode before this just to see what we talked about, because we might not bring up all the stuff we already did. But those are all spoiler stuff anyway, and this is going to continue to be spoiler stuff anyway, mostly to do our ultimate review and overall thoughts and impressions and other cool stuff. So you don't want to miss it. And there's actually one spoiler that if you don't hear, you might not be able to catch it, just because you'd have to be really observant and skilled at seeing it any other way. So I think a lot of people will be disappointed walking out of the theater and knowing that they missed that crucial spoiler of George getting run over. Because once they hear that, after they see the movie, they're going to be like, oh damn, I missed it. Now I got to go all the way back and watch it again just to see that. I feel like they should have glorified it a bit more, because that was a really hard thing to notice. But I'm glad they put... You're on the enemy team again. God dang it. You want to back out and so I can pick you up, or you want to just...
Nah, it's fine. Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
Alright. Well, you got 3 frickin' ruins on your team. Oh, look, the same 3 ruins are on my team. Overdrive and 2 gravity spikes.
Okay, now, where should we continue? Oh yeah, we're talking about Rey.
Well, we're back on, I think we're back on, we're either on Finn or Rey, and then we're gonna do...
We're on Rey. I know we're on Rey.
Well, we'll do her, then we'll do the rest of the new characters and what we think and what our theories are, and then we'll go to the original cast and talk about them.
Oh. Okay, Rey.
But yeah, you can start us off. You can go on a big rant. I don't really care. If you want, you can rant for like 30 straight minutes about Rey and what you thought.
No, I don't have rants for her. I think she did a good job. She's a good actress.
She squinted like in every scene. No matter like what the lighting was, she is just a big squinter. She just loves to squint. She likes to look at things that are far away, even though they're like 5 feet in front of her, and she just loves to squint.
Well, I mean,
and I just thought that was funny.
She's young. She's young. You have to remember she's young. And same with Finn. They're both young.
Why is it taking this long to migrate? Are you still migrating?
Mhm.
I don't want to end the stream right after I started it. Okay, never mind. Thank you. I thought we were never going to get back in there.
I feel like Finn and Rey might get together. I feel like they might.
There's strong chemistry there already established, so I think that's a definite. I think that's not even a theory. That's just we're calling it now. Like our chips are down on that one. Is it just me and you in here? Are you serious? Dude, it's just me and you and like 2 other people.
This is awesome though. This should be cool.
It's a 2v. This is pretty cool. If we hopped on mic and had this discussion in game chat, I think we'd get the other 2 to leave, so that it would just be all to ourselves. Public match.
Well, technically we can hear each other.
Dude, do fisticuffs.
I can hear you clearly. Party mode is actually I can hear you clearly too.
If somebody joins, I swear to God, I really want this to be a 2v2. This is pretty fun. Dude, this guy is wrecking me right now.
Especially I do not like this map.
Dude, now it's me versus you 2. What the frick is this?
Hey, maybe. Hey, I know this might seem like a cheating type of match, but
seriously.
We can kill each other over and over to level up our guns.
Your teammate is kind of making me mad. Like, honestly, this guy has killed me 4 times, and I haven't been
How's
able
he
to kill
killing
him.
you?
He's using the Pharaoh. I don't know why he's getting these kills. Like, this kind of is irritating me.
This is a what the fuck match.
That's exactly what this is.
But I always wanted to get into like a random match where
I
like
just saw
with a
him run
friend,
by.
where we can like just level up each other.
He just ran by me. I'm down in the basin in the middle of the map. So, the established middle, I'm on the lower floor. But don't kill me. I want to see where this other moron goes. If you come find me, like,
Okay,
lead me to him.
okay. Any more thoughts about Ray? Any more thoughts about Ray and
Well, I
Finn?
have
Like
my own review on her, so if you want me to rant
they're.
on her, I guess I can.
I mean, no, like they're more like they're established. Like one more thing, anything about their established relationship?
Oh, them both?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so scared right now. I don't want to get killed by this guy
I feel
again.
like at some point they could, either one of them could sacrifice from themselves to save them.
No, I don't want any
Which
other deaths in this that are
I know, me
unnecessary.
neither. I don't want even one, but
They haven't even
it's
built the
Star Wars.
characters up very much to kill them off. Like, it needs to have at least
No,
good
no.
build up so that it's an
Yeah, yeah,
honorable
yeah, yeah. I'm
loss.
pretty sure they can't. I'm pretty sure it's not like. And I just killed you right now. It's not like.
I can't get a kill with this gun today, I swear. I was killing
it's not
people
like
with
it's
this.
not like a TV show. Like it's not like you ever watch Walking Dead.
No.
Uh, Sometimes
Oh, I got a
like
hit marker on him.
every character we meet or some I don't know, like I can't really recall on some characters, but sometimes they kill like new um
Dude, this guy's
I don't know, it's not that type
mad
of
skilled.
movies. Star Wars is like different. I think it's all about building up characteristics.
Come
And
back
that's what I like
here.
about Star Wars. That's what I like about it. Because like how we got so and I
I finally got a freaking kill and it was on
we
you.
got
Okay, that's it. I'm switching guns. You're done.
we all they're saying we got so attached with Han Solo that it kind of made us so emotional.
I saw him.
But here's another theory that about character sacrifices. What if okay, you know how Obi-Wan kind of killed himself? Well, not killed himself, but he kind of let go, and Darth Vader like strike him down.
Yeah.
What if Luke did that? Since I don't know, I feel like Luke would do that, but at the same time, no, not no. I want. I don't know.
I'm honestly having an eternal struggle trying to find this a-hole. Is he just running back and forth or what? Where is he?
Yeah.
I'm honestly so focused right now and I'm trying really hard not to be. No, I don't care where you are. I want to find him. I haven't killed him yet.
I'm not shooting. I'm not shooting.
You're not shooting?
No.
Oh, that's him then. He's on the other side. Oh, it's just you and me. He left.
Oh, this should be fun. This should be fun.
Yeah,
This
it's
should
just
be
me and
fun.
you now. We could probably just camp for headshots at this point. You just want to go head for headshot? Because I need some camos.
Okay, sure.
I'll just switch to my Man of War and we'll just friggin' boost, I guess. That was accidental, my bad. I meant for you to kill me there. I have incredibly fast reaction skills.
But
so.
yeah, what are your rants about or I mean,
I don't have
what
a
are some
rant,
characters?
but
what
yeah,
oh
there you
shit.
go.
What are
That's
some
a good one.
characters you want to go? What are some characters you want to talk about, Luke? Like what is your future for?
Well,
Force
I'll go
Awakens?
on. It's my turn. Hold on, don't shoot me. There we go. Alright, you can have the next one. So, the characters I wanted to talk about were mainly Rey and then all the original cast. Finn, I didn't have too much on him. He's a great actor, don't get me wrong. He brought something to the script. He wasn't just fricking Jar Jar all over again. a lot of people have been giving negative reviews saying he's the Jar Jar of this genre. And I really disagree. I think that is entirely incorrect. Like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I like Finn as well.
yeah, I don't think he's a bad character. Really quick, unrelated, I'm gonna kill you with this instead, because I kind of needed to get the accomplishment for it. So
And you want what you're saying?
anyway, so yeah, I think that was a really good. Let's just stay in one place. How about that? Let's just meet right in the middle, right here. Um, so no, you come to me. So anyway, friggin' Rey as a character, although she was sped up in her development of her character and her becoming what she was, I think ultimately she shows a very promising aspect in the Star Wars genre because the lead role of a Jedi wasn't like the limelight of the Jedi, like the lead main character Jedi that's super important, was never a female. So we had the side supporting character of Ahsoka being female, but that was all we really got
Oh yeah, Ahsoka. I
regarding
remember.
female main characters. So having her being the established most important freaking MVP player here is super pleasing to see because you know, in a world that views the fact that it's lacking strong female characters, even though it totally isn't, because there's a lot of examples. Um, People still feel like they're lacking female characters, and feminism is still a thing, so they're gonna continue to feel like that. But yeah, she's definitely the thing that is gonna bring this crap back to the table. Since you're winning, can I have like 2 kills off of you? Cause I have like 3 camos for this gun.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where are you?
Oh,
Just
I'll shoot.
Alright, you're in the corner over here. Where the hell are you? Alright. So anyway, I like what she brought to the table. She's a great actor. She did really good. She captivated you. She had good emotions. She was able to cry really well on set, which was one of her key attributes. Like she actually made you feel like she was being emotionally affected. It was
I like
she
it.
definitely made it feel more of a nostalgia trip, but also as its own standalone, fairly decent film. It had its
And
bad points,
I,
and she had some weaknesses, but ultimately, I think she was the
you
standout
know,
character that really impressed me the most.
you know what I do like? I do like that that Ray's now gonna be that new type of friend that is gonna be always there for Chewie, since he literally lost a good friend.
Yeah, I think she's the sole reason he's gonna stick around, if he even does stick around. But the one thing I will walk out of the theater and never ever see another Star Wars related ever thing anything by Disney. The second they kill Chewie is the second I leave and I'm out. That's the ultimate kill because if they do that, I'm done. Because this family, like me and my dad mostly, are the only Star Wars people in the house.
Wait,
And
like who? They killed Chewie or who? Kill who?
Chewie,
Again, Chewie?
yeah,
Like,
okay.
what? How would it be
But
the
listen,
death scene? Like,
no, we're not gonna kill him. That's what I'm saying.
no,
They
I know, of
can't.
course not. If they
I
do,
will not. I will not tolerate it. But anyway, in this family, me and my dad have established 2 basic rules in the family: hand shot first, and you can't kill Chewie. Those are the 2 rules. And the greatest thing about the extra universe no longer being considered canon, the only greatest thing, because I really like the extra universe, that's my go-to, is freaking Chewie died, and that's no longer canon. So that being said,
I would riot.
yeah, I would probably start a riot as well. I don't know. I really would not want to see that play out. If it's just us two, well, that was good while it lasted, though. I feel accomplished that we were able to pull that off. Anyway,
Honestly,
but
I'm curious where they will head next. What's the next location that?
oh yeah, that actually brings us to the Kylo Ren discussion. Now that we've seen the movie, let's
What
discuss
I think
him.
is this film felt. I mean, it felt different, but at the same time, it felt like a New Hope style, like it's from the fourth film.
Yeah.
Like, we we both know that Kylo Ren is probably gonna come back, like for revenge. Try to,
I don't think that'll happen, but I guess. Well, he hasn't completed his training yet, so that's probably why he flopped in pretty much every significant battle he had to win. But
Oh
biggest
yeah,
thing
yeah.
for me on Kylo Ren, I still question why he put two small blades into the hilt of the main lightsaber that he has, because the only thing I see useful about it is when you're winning the lightsaber lock, which is basically when you lock sabers with another opponent and you're like pushing yours into theirs to try and get them to force out and like retreat, or you're trying to gain an upper hand. That lightsaber lock is a test of who's the stronger opponent there. And the thing that makes that lightsaber slightly more advantaging is solely when you get into that lock, you can dig the little blades into the shoulder of the enemy or whatever it may be. So that's pretty much the only significantly
Yeah.
good thing My PS4 is going insane right now. It just got like really loud.
Honestly, I I mean, honestly, I would love to see a battle,
Seriously.
like, or I mean, what I think it could happen is possible. Either Luke Skywalker fights Kylo Ren, or Rey fights Kylo, and Luke fights Snoke.
That's the hero
Like,
costume on the right there. That's what that crap looks like. Oh,
wow.
they improved it actually. See, the original costumes were really underwhelming for me because they were like really like not cool looking at all. But I guess they enhanced the gold paint, so now people,
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad.
because
But
that was
what
like
do
the
you think of
most
that?
retarded thing.
What do you think of that theory about Luke versus Snoke and doing like a and Rey
Snoke.
doing?
I still want to
Yeah.
talk about Kylo Ren because I have a lot
Uh,
of things to say.
all right, go
And then
ahead.
we'll let you do the whole Snoke thing, and we'll discuss that. So we'll get to that. But
Yeah, good.
but
Okay, good.
my thoughts on Kylo Ren, I want to hear yours too. But my thoughts were
No,
I
okay.
felt he was a good actor, but I felt like he was underwhelming as a villain. That was about all I had to say about that. I just wanted to conclude my statements there. Do you
Uh,
have any thoughts?
he kind of took the mask out too soon. Like he took it too soon, like in the film. Like
I
he should have done it at the end. But
I think
um,
he was much more menacing with the mask on than the face reveal,
yeah,
especially because we all saw who he was going to be, the actor anyway,
I got
regardless. So we kind of
goosebumps.
knew who was
Yeah,
under there anyway. So it wasn't a surprise because people predicted who it was based off of the height of the person playing him, and then they just cross-referenced and figured it out. So it wasn't a big surprise. So there was no need for a face reveal. We knew who was playing him. So we know who he looks like. He's just much more menacing with the mask on. I feel like it was just better to have it on than off.
yeah.
But yeah,
Uh, I mean, we can still talk about Kylo Ren, but what when I think I was talking about like, um, I want like about questioning about Luke Skywalker, how they will fight, how they will end up. Like, do you think Luke will end up fighting Kylo, or Luke will probably end up fighting Snoke?
no, Luke is not going to do any fighting. I think he's going to be doing what the execs, or what I basically I really think that they're going to go with the story that George Lucas told in the original tale, which was that the wise old unpredictable, like far out of the game Jedi still has some spunk and is able to truly teach through wisdom and not unclear guidance how the main character can fight and win, and then they're gonna turn Rey into the fighter and the miracle super Jedi that she can be, because Luke's completely out of the game at this point, but he's going to take over for what Yoda was. I think he's going to play the Yoda card, and Rey's going to be the
He is a
new
Jedi
version of
I
Luke.
mean,
So that's what I think's going
he
to
is a
happen.
Jedi Master already now. Fuck.
They're capitalized. Yeah, he's basically the Grandmaster because there's no other Jedi. But there was a big thing about him being Grandmaster. It was in the comics. Nobody knows. He's Grandmaster because he was the one to usher in, after the Chosen One completed his mission, the new Order of Jedi. So he's Grandmaster Luke. Anyway,
He even
so he's gonna play Yoda. It's just I'm calling it. He's gonna be Yoda.
I could see that. I could see that, like, like, cause
That's how they're gonna tell it. That's what I think. If he fights, he better bring some moves to the table because
what I
he's
think
far
is, I
too
feel like
much out of
also
the game.
they're gonna bring that sensing the future, you know,
Yeah.
for Rey sensing the future, like about Finn's fate, and it's gonna, you know,
Think about it
know.
this way. Imagine if they made Luke do a battle. I mean, he would just be emotionally exhausted. But I think where they're gonna take it is I think they're gonna basically. This feels a lot like they're gonna just reboot the originals and tell it in a similar fashion, but a little. They're gonna try to tell it as best they can in a similar fashion and just reinvigorate the magic that was the original trilogy and just fix everything. That's what I think they're gonna do. So I think they might actually end up killing Luke off too, because Yoda died and that was significant. And so the Grandmaster old wizard was done teaching his what he needed to teach, and now Rey is ready, and that was her final test. And
But
he
of course,
bites the
he
dust,
will.
and
He
then
will.
frickin' then Rey takes over and becomes what we need her to be, and then that's how that's gonna go. That's what I'm saying. That's what I think's gonna happen.
Yeah, he's also. I could see that, either lightsaber strike. Okay, if they do like a battle between Kylo or with Kylo, I could see him doing that. Like, oh, strike me down, boom, or just die, out of old age.
No, I think he's gonna fade into the background, basically. Although there was a big theory about Yoda, the fact that he phased in the background was that he was already dead, but people don't really support that theory. It was an interesting thought, but I don't really support that theory. There's some good evidence behind it, though, so I'd consider going and checking out the Yoda was dead the whole time thing, and just a fragment of his soul was left in the swamps. And the swamps on that planet were actually shown in Force Unleashed in the Wii version, not in any other version. So there's like 3 different storytellings on each console. The Wii was like the weirdest version, but they had a segment where the swamps were introduced with Starkiller, and then I think it was in the novel too, briefly. But he experienced some strong Force spiritual energy that would give him like visions of things, and so I thought that that would be a great play. Like that's totally the spiritual planet, like that swamp-like planet that he was on was totally just the place where the Force dead people go. That was totally like Force heaven. It feels like that swamp area is where all the Force, like swamp, more like Force purgatory. That's what it felt like. It felt like that's where all the unfinished business souls go to complete their mission, and then they fade on, and then all the Jedi that go there are strengthened in the Force and see things that they need to, or just become better, and all that cool, great
So,
stuff. That's what I think
so
that
you're
was.
saying, so you're saying that we won't see like Yoda or Obi-Wan as a Force ghost anymore in
No,
the
no.
new trilogy.
What I was saying is, I think Luke is gonna play the dramatic death scene, where it's not gonna be nobody's gonna kill him. I think he's just gonna die via the Force. I don't know. He's just gonna be way more dramatic than Han. Han was gonna be killed,
But I could see
but
him talking about the Force, like talking about the Force with Rey. He's gonna be saying like, remember, do not
he's
estimate the power of the dark side.
yeah,
Remember that.
he's gonna play mentor because that's what he knows how to do.
Because
He
Yoda had to go down that path like from Palpatine's Force lightning. Same with Luke. Same with Luke.
Yeah. Here's another thing that I think will happen. I think Luke will kind of be reluctant to accept the saber in the next one. I think he will be kind of playing the, oh, I don't want to help. I'm out of the game. I failed. He's going to be playing the oh, I don't know what you're talking, because Yoda didn't originally help him. He just kind of just walked around the swamp and just did normal things and didn't really care that Luke was there. He kind of ignored him at first, so he wasn't too helpful. And then Luke got mad, and then that's when he's like, "Oh
No,
yeah, you need to learn patience because obviously you don't have that yet," or something like that. So I think Luke's gonna be kind of the grumpy old man. He's just not gonna help right off the bat, but eventually he'll come around and he'll help her become who she needs to be, and then he's gonna fade into the background, just like the original trilogy. I think they're gonna do that
but if
exactly the
only
same.
I kind of wish Han Solo comes back as the Force Ghost, but he can't. He can't really, honestly.
No, he
So
can't.
he's gone.
No,
But
no, Han could probably, but I seem like only the most important force, like force sensitives don't come back like that. They don't force ghost themselves. And he's only I think Han was at most force sensitive if not at all. So definitely.
till this day, I kind of wish, and back in Episode 3 when Yoda was saying like, "Oh, your your old master came back from the, you know."
Oh, you mean Qui-Gon?
Yeah.
Nah,
They didn't really
don't bring
they
up the
really show
prequels.
us. I know it, but they didn't really show a scene about Obi-Wan talking to Qui-Gon.
There was also a theory that Qui-Gon was secretly a Sith because he had to be like burned just like Darth Vader. So I think the reason he had to be burned is because he was an accidental Sith by bringing up something called metachlorians, which we will not be talking about ever again after this point. It was just a one-time only thing that we will be using as proof against that theory. Is basically, yeah, he kind of was a Sith because he said the answer that no one wanted to the question literally no one asked. It's supposed to remain like a spiritual thing. It's not supposed to be freaking scientifically explained. It's supposed to be kind of like the Force is basically religion. It's the god of that universe basically. It's just the thing that, holds everything together. It's the freaking peanut butter and the PB&J. That's what it is. So, we don't need an explanation, so that's why everyone hated it. So,
I think
but
everyone
anyway,
knows the Force pretty much. I hope.
the
But
Force
if you
is the
don't,
Force. It's not explained. It's just the Force. That's it. That's all it is. It's all it's ever
well,
gonna be.
it binds the galaxy together. It binds the galaxy. It
It's freaking dark
penetrates
matter
us.
then, because if you think about it, if there was scientific explanation for it, that's exactly what dark matter and dark energy is, and it's a scientifically, it's a scientific theory that there is energy in the
Oh,
form of like, it's what makes the universe get big,
honestly,
That's what it
what
is.
I
It was
noticed in
dark
this
energy.
film, what I noticed in The Force Awakens, I noticed that the Force powers are really enormous. Like they were really kind of aggressive. Like how Kylo Ren uses his powers with what I forgot that guy's name in the beginning. Like the pilot. I forgot his name.
Oh, you
And he also
mean
did it.
like um shoot, no, I don't remember his name.
He
It's
also
like
did it with
Jack or
Ray
some
too.
crap, I don't
He
remember.
did it.
Or it
He
started with
did it
an
with
R
Ray.
maybe.
Yeah, he also did it with Ray too.
I think it was Ren. No, just kidding. That was my friggin' little joke there. I
No,
don't I don't remember his name, honestly.
no, cause it
But
brought
he had a
something
really good
different. Like
reveal.
he brought something different. Like he used the Force, but to froze. Like he froze like Ray like stopped.
Oh
He
yeah,
couldn't move.
so that was something that my friend actually covered. He was glad that they were expanding on things that you can do with the Force. So that being stated, he was really pleased that you could actually use the Force to stop a blaster bolt, or you could use the Force stasis actually, which isn't new, which he thinks is new, but
No, no, it's not
there's
new. It's
actually
not
a
new at
move
all.
in KOTOR called Force stasis, and it works exactly the same way. And it almost was a little reference to it, I felt, where when she was frozen like that, she was kind of doing the same movements that the characters in the game when in
In,
forced
ba-
stasis do.
in
So
Battlefront,
yeah,
it's the same thing too. In Battlefront, it's the same. Palpatine uses like you know how he only uses Force Lightning, but he used Force Lightning to block. Like that's his blocking way. You know, to
there's a
defend
force
himself.
shield, there's all sorts of stuff, but you know. Anyway, I thought it was really funny that he said that, but basically the reason I don't think it's forced stasis is because basically they've destroyed they're not considering any of the extra universe canon. So whatever happened in KOTOR is never going to be alluded to at all. But if they did, either they came up with the idea and didn't know it was already done, or they came up with the idea and it was a kind of tiny reference to it.
Yeah.
So, dude, we're against like one dude, and he did better than everyone. Look, he went 29 and
I'm
25, and it
laughing
was
at
like
this.
4v1.
I'm
So
laughing at I'm
that guy's
laughing at this.
that guy gets a clap. That guy gets a clap for sure.
If
That
he's
was
watching this
good.
video, good job, man. If you're watching this video, good job.
He probably won't be. He probably wants to go see Star Wars tonight. Probably gonna go wank one and go see some Star Wars. Oh, so it gives
I'm
me
gonna
a
see that.
warning to go and spend my money. Yeah, not gonna happen. I'm saving for 200.
I
Sorry.
spend a lot of money on IMAX and popcorn on IMAX at City
How
Walk.
much am I
So
getting?
what I want to watch this so many times. So I'm probably going to that Regency Theater movie over there. I'm probably gonna go watch it for
Yeah.
650. Boom, boom. Use
How
my
much?
hell
So
yeah.
what are
Take
the
my fucking
packs
money.
that you can get? Oh, so basically a rare supply drop is now valued at $1.99 in this game. And 5,000 COD points is $30, so you can actually get... How much is this? So one rare supply drop is worth 30 crypto keys, okay? And it's worth 200 COD points, okay? So
Star Wars.
one rare supply drop is worth 200. And how much does this give you? How much can you buy with this?
Hmm.
Oh, it says 4,000 plus 1,000 bonus. So yeah, exactly 5,000.
One thing I'm
Good
curious,
math.
how did Luke's original lightsaber end up being in that chest? Because remember Ray asked that question, and the lady alien was saying, "Oh, that's another story. That's another question you should know about later."
Okay,
Something like you know.
so you can get 25 rare supply drops.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so if I have 200 crypto keys, right? And then we divide that by 30, how much is that? 6. Okay. What if we do 200 divided by 10? How about that? 20, right? So
Oh
20
yeah.
commons, but if I have 200 crypto keys, if I have 200 crypto keys, um, and I divide that by like fucking the cost, I guess it's six freaking rare supply drops, I guess. No, that doesn't feel right to me. 200. No.
Oh,
What about
we're
30?
playing by the way. Oh,
30
okay.
divided by 200. What is that? Okay, never mind. Good. Um,
Yeah.
if I had 200 crypto keys and they cost 30, it'd basically be
Oh yeah.
about 6 supply drops, which makes no sense. 200, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I did it right. 200 divided by 30, because it's 30 into
Hey.
200. You
Okay.
can't really do it, but... Okay, what about this? I want to see how many times. 200 minus 30. 170 minus 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so you can only get about 6 if you have 200 crypto keys. You can only get about 6 rare supply drops and 20 commons. So but you can get 25. You can get 25 supply drops for $30. Okay. Hey, that's it. Yep. No, that works. $1. That's basically how they determine that. Because if it's
So
200 crypto keys gets you 6, so the crypto keys are worth like. It's worth 10 crypto keys to get the stupid commons, 30 for the rares, but it takes 5,000 to get 25 and 200 COD points to get 1. So, in all reality, one rare supply drop is 200 of the COD points, but it's 30 of the crypto keys. So 30 crypto keys is worth $1. So we're making bank, dude. Cool. Alright, what were you gonna say? Because that was like kind of.
Oh no, about okay,
moment.
you know how when Ray was like, no, you know I'm curious, like how did that lightsaber came? Remember Ray was questioning about that lady, and she was like, oh, that's a story, you should.
Oh yeah, yeah.
to ask-
How she got it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, no.
Oh, that is bull crap.
I know when she touches, to be honest, once it touches it, there has to be a reason,
It's because that
Reason
lightsaber
why-
is responsible for quite a lot of pain and suffering.
Yeah.
And Luke barely ever used it. Like, he kind of ditched the lightsaber shortly after he got it. He kind of stopped using it and just went without a lightsaber for a while until he got his own custom one. So I guess when he felt it, he might have gone through it.
He wanted to go find peace because he can't get out enough with any stress. Yeah.
Here's something that they also discuss in the extra universe, that a Sith weapon, once used to exact a Sith purpose, is then ingrained. Like, there's bits and pieces of the Force that stick with the weapon, I guess. And then the weapon has some sort of, like, Force magic powers, where, like, it gives you memories of the past user, or vice versa. And then they also said that on the Sith planet that the relics of the Sith were very valued because you could use it to obtain the memories, you know, they were status symbols, they were, you know, part of the creed. It was just all sorts of really cool stuff about a Sith and the weapon
and also
and the bond between the two.
You also have to remember how that lightsaber is it's technically it comes with the family. It comes in with the family. Like, it's a family history with, like, Anakin.
Some
like,
lightsabers are like passed down through generations, right?
I almost forgot that lightsaber. I mean, it's technically with good, but it's kind of evil at the same time because, you know, like, he also used it to, you know, wipe out all the
Dude,
Jedis.
seriously.
Huh?
That guy's freaking head glitching and he just got away with killing me.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with that. Oh, I just got the Dante
No, but
camera because I killed him
would
with
you
a
agree
headshot.
with, like, you know, that lightsaber? It's a history. Like, you know, it comes in with the family, but
That thing was used to kill Jedi younglings, so of course that crap is kind of evil in a way. That
to be honest, I wonder
lightsaber is the balance of the Force. That's what it feels
to be
like.
honest, I thought I got lost because, you know, when
It's good and evil.
When Darth Vader cut Luke's hands off, I thought it, like, disappeared. Where, like, how did I win? I don't get it.
Huh?
Like, no, like, cause I thought he lost that lightsaber.
Darth Vader cut Luke's hand off, yeah.
Yeah. No, I know, but, like, how did he get that lightsaber back? That's what I'm just trying to.
Oh, that thing? You mean Anakin's
Yeah.
original custom-made lightsaber? How did they get it back? Like, how does
Yes.
it... Are you asking how it survived this long?
No, like, cause, you know, when after Darth Vader cut Luke's hands off, like, it technically, like, fell down. Like, how did I got it back? I don't understand.
Oh, his green one? I think they said he cut the hand off of Luke during the third one. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
He didn't get it back.
No.
He doesn't have the green one anymore.
No, I'm talking. No. Okay.
That's the green one.
No,
Luke's
no,
lightsaber
no,
that
I'm
he
talking
dropped
about in
is the
Empire
green
Strikes
one.
Back. I'm not talking about Return of the Jedi. The Empire Strikes Back. You know how, like, when Darth Vader cuts off Luke's hands off, the lightsaber just kind of
He
fell
doesn't do
down.
that then.
Huh?
He doesn't do that then. Darth Vader
Yeah.
cut off Luke's hand in the Return of the Jedi. The other hand, I think both are both hands missing?
Okay, now.
I think the no
the-
listen. I think the other hand was cut off by the freaking Wampa. I think because remember he was missing a hand in freaking the Wampa cave. Darth Vader wasn't in the Wampa cave. That was a hallucination. Dude, I'm so confused now. Is he missing both hands? You need to Google this. I'm so confused. I do distinctly remember him missing a hand in the damn Wampa cave.
You know, in Empire Strikes Back, right? In the fifth
Yeah.
one, in the film.
Yeah, he's missing a
installment?
hand.
No. Okay, you know how
In the
Darth
beginning.
Okay, this is kind of a
You're talking
confusing,
about Anakin's blue lightsaber. He lost it because it fell in the pit, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
but then
how
he
did it
cut-
end up. Wait, what?
Oh, never mind. I remember now. Okay. I got confused because I was like, Darth Vader distinctly cut off one of Luke's hands in Return of the Jedi,
No, I
but
was
it
talking
was
about the
the
lightsaber.
same
How the
one.
lights-
Now I remember. It was the robot hand that he cut off.
Yes.
So he cut the same
Yes.
freaking hand off twice. But oh my
Yes.
god, yeah. So how he got it back? I have no earthly idea. I think he just cave jumped at the end of all of it. He was like, I need to do something real quick, and
Well,
then he jumps down there. I don't
How
know.
that, you know, the way how we saw it, how the lightsaber, how Kylo was trying to get that lightsaber, but it came to Rey. It sort of just came back randomly to Luke, and then he started custom, right?
In the Emperor Strike, no. What you're talking about is in the Emperor Strikes Back, the Empire Strikes Back, right?
Yes.
He drops it. When does he drop his lightsaber? What's the scene?
When he gets his hand cut off, Luke.
When? Was it on Hoth?
What do you mean? No, like, do you remember the battle between Luke and Darth Vader in the what's it called, Bespin Cloud City?
Yeah. He didn't cut his hand
Yeah,
off then. Oh yeah, no. Now I remember. Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah, okay, now I get you. I was like, where the hell did he drop it? He dropped it down the cloud things like freaking.
No, I know,
core,
but
I
like,
guess.
I'm
He
curious.
dropped
like,
it down
I
the
wonder how
freaking pit. I don't know how he got it back.
Yeah, that's
He-
what I'm questioning. Like,
I could have sworn he was using the green one, not the blue one. Obi-Wan got it. I
I'm
don't
just-
know. Friggin', it came back.
to be honest, like what we
Dude, that
talked
is a
about
major plot hole. What? Okay, but how do you know that the lightsaber he dropped down the pit was Anakin's old lightsaber? Wasn't that just Luke's first custom blade? Because I know he had made at least 2 lightsabers.
We're talking
One-
about Empire Strikes Back. When we're
Yes,
in
I know.
Return of the
Okay,
Jedi-
listen, that's the 5th one, right? Okay, so he drops
Yes.
the blue one, okay?
Yes, the blue one. Yes.
Okay, listen. Here's the explanation behind this. The first lightsaber Luke ever got was Anakin's, which was blue. Okay? He doesn't
Yes.
like that lightsaber. He makes his own. It also is blue. Okay? So he drops that one on Cloud City because his hand got cut off. So he has to make a third one, and he chooses green. And that's the third and final lightsaber. That's how Anakin's stayed behind. So the one that dropped down the pit was not Anakin's, it was his first lightsaber, and so he had to make another one.
Yeah, but Obi-Wan gave it to him though. I don't understand.
Oh, yeah, but he didn't use it because exactly what I'm saying. Luke probably didn't use it after that point because remember listen, Obi-Wan gave him the lightsaber, he tried it out, he's like, oh, cool, nice. And then he gives it back to him and he's like, I can't accept this right now. So remember that? That was part of the scene. He gave it
Yes.
back. So Obi-Wan still had it. Okay? Beyond that point, I don't remember him using it ever again in that episode. Because he met Obi-Wan, he got the lightsaber, he gave it back, and then he went off to become like the stormtrooper and go rescue Leia, and then he never had the lightsaber from that point on. He used a blaster for the rest of the movie, I think. I don't remember
And
him using that
also
lightsaber again. So Obi-Wan still had it, and so he made his
okay.
own, right? He made his own lightsaber that's also blue, and then he dropped that one at the end.
I could have swore it looks like Anakin. I could have swore it looks like Anakin's lightsaber.
Okay, go back to the scene and figure that out because I really want to know if I'm right about this because I could swear he gave Anakin's saber
No, to
back,
be
he
honest,
made his own, dropped it, and
that's
then
a
made another one.
good. It's a good theory. To be honest, it's a good theory. I mean,
I
no,
should
it's a
ask my
good. It's
dad
a
this question. This is a good question.
yes, please.
You want me to do it right now, or you want me to do it in a little bit?
uh, I mean, if
I actually really want
unless
to
if you
know.
can.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Great movie, great. Romance.
My dad says that that was Anakin's lightsaber that he dropped down the pit.
Oh,
So it basically went down to the air tunnels or the trash compactor or something, and was probably
yeah.
then discarded into the atmosphere and whatnot. I was disconnected, so I'm gonna invite you to my thing. But anyway, so that's probably how it survived. It fell down the pit, it got discarded somewhere, and then from that point on, it made a long journey into the hands of the new owner that was saving it for the special someone in the new movie. So how it survived all those years, don't know, but that was a great question. But I guess that's the answer: is nobody fucking has a clue. But yeah, so but in the final one, the Return of the Jedi, Darth Vader says, "I see you've constructed a new lightsaber." So yeah, I really like Luke's lightsaber the best. Like that's pretty. That's a really cool one.
It looks pretty big too.
Join me. Oh, quick join. Quick. Yeah, you're not even in here. What the?
No, no, I know. Wait, but you didn't ask your dad like how they came back to Luke or.
No, I asked him, and as of right now, he doesn't know. And I realized that I can't tell him that it came back to Luke. It did. I can't tell him that it came back to Luke because that's
Oh,
in
he
the
didn't
seventh
see it
movie.
yet. He didn't see it yet.
No, no.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, okay,
I
okay,
asked him
okay.
how would Luke get it back. Is it like gone forever? Because we were talking about that. No, he said no. It probably got discarded or something, so he doesn't know. I probably accidentally spoiled it. I'm so sorry. Alex, you moron.
It's a minor, but it's not too spoiled. But I mean,
I think there's some sort of significant power with his first blade because at that point he was showing significant signs of anger and Sith in him. That was just
y-
dying to come out, so.
the, that blade was made for anger, and made.
It was made from anger, and through hate it was born, and then through hate there was suffering, and then
I
after
could
that it
see a
just
little
was
bit with
death.
Did you see any hatred with Ray?
Mm-mm.
Eh, but I mean,
She's really trusting, and kind of, she's I'm sorry. I disconnected the remote because I was trying to move the way I was, and the freaking mic got disconnected, which shot the remote onto the desk and then onto the floor. So, really not what I wanted to have happen. I've actually never dropped this remote before, so this remote. I dropped another one a couple times. I have a knack for doing it, but that was just I had a good grip on it too, and then I just stepped on the cord and it shot across the room. So anyway, as I was saying, she's a really trusting and great character. Like she kind of has some love to her. Like she's not a hateful character at all. She's totally just in it to
I
win it.
wouldn't mind.
She's really a fangirl. That's what she came off as. Is oh, you're the Han Skywalker? I thought you were a myth. You know.
I wouldn't.
I just said, oh, you're the Han Skywalker, dude. That was a mess up. Are you talking to yourself?
No, no, no. I was reading. Sorry, I was reading. No, I was trying to type a message, but sorry. But I'm listening though. I'm listening. Sorry.
I accidentally said Han Skywalker, which made me feel stupid. Oh my god,
Yeah,
seriously.
Skywalker.
I am so done with that
But
stupid
do you
freaking
think?
gun.
Would you say this movie was the best movie of the year, or like best movie of all time, or just good
No,
in your
no, no,
opinion?
no. The originals were fantastic, but you know, I was overall pleased. It's no original, but then again, I'm pretty much the biggest nerd as far as extra universe is concerned, so the films are kind of background noise to me as well as Gensare. But I really just like
I
all
do.
Star Wars stuff.
I do
I
think
didn't hate
this is.
with the bottom of my soul, I didn't absolutely despise the crap out of the prequels. I didn't hate them as much as the rest of the fan basis
I feel they
did.
put a lot of effort into this film. So what I'm guessing the next one, they're probably gonna be a little, kind of. They're gonna probably, hey, okay, oh, first one, 7 went well. All right, I guess let's take it. Let's take more risks, or I think they're just gonna, you know, kind of feel a little bit more. They're just gonna get comfortable a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I don't know. You never know. I could see episode 8 good, but probably not as strong it was as Force Awakens though. You never know though.
I feel. Did you see me as you ran by? Oh, never mind.
Hmm.
I feel like this is like one of the best places to camp.
What? Okay. Anything you want to go with Leia? Any more talks about her?
No, she really didn't have a lot to work off of, although the stuff she did say was great seeing her, but she really did not bring very much to the movie as far as her appearance was concerned. And neither did Phasma, this silver stormtrooper
Yeah,
person that literally
Phasma
they
didn't really.
discarded
She
within 20
didn't.
seconds. So they were like minor characters that I feel might be better off just staying that way. I liked Leia's position, but she was an originals kind of got a girl,
I.
and her biggest moment was the one where she didn't talk, and she kind of had the because Leia's force sensitive, you know.
Yeah.
So she had that disturbance feeling when that scene played out with Han.
Well,
So
also
I
remember
really
she.
liked that scene of her reaction to it because she knew it happened.
Also remember, yeah, because now she knows that because before she didn't really know that she had that type of ability, but now she does. She does like her uh, that type of power is strong with her family. Like comes in with the family. Her
She's the
mom had
weakest
it.
link.
Her father. Huh?
She can't use the Force at all. She's not ever going to be able to, but she's Force sensitive, which is incredible. Like they,
But she
you
can
know,
she
Force
can
sensitive
she
is
can search her
incredible enough.
feelings though. She can search her feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Leia's always been like to me. She's great. She's a great character, but she's always been like as far as my my relations to that character has been concerned. She was just the character for me. A lot of people love Leia. She was great, but I just didn't feel
Captain
a
Phasma,
great attachment to her.
Phasma, I feel like we'll probably see her in action maybe next episode. We'll probably see her in action.
I think that she's secretly good. Because there's no way that she was that, like, accepting of defeat unless she was, like, secretly working for the good guys, or she was tending to rebel as well. I don't know. She's very unpredictable, but my stance is that she's totally not the bad guy. She did not come off like a bad guy. She came off like a double agent. That's what she came off as. She didn't have menacing atmosphere to her. She wasn't ruthless. She was kind of, oh shoot, I lost. How did that happen? Kind of person, like, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna come back later as a good guy. Or she totally gave off that vibe, like she's gonna be a good guy.
Do you remember in episode 4? Do you remember the main admiral of, you know, like he was like, I don't know I forgot his name, but remember how he's like, Vader, release him. Remember, like, cause how Vader was force choking, but he was like, Vader's like force, like, you know, the main general of the Empire, Galactic Empire, and the Death Star.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Like the one who, yeah. I felt like the new admiral, the one who was speaking during saying the speech of the First Order, that was probably the new. You know.
Yeah.
Would you consider Phasma now to become a bounty hunter? I could see it though, but I doubt
no. Bounty hunters are established, ruthless people who are only encouraged by money, and she doesn't seem like that character. Bounty hunters are great, don't get me wrong, but she's gonna play more of the rogue double agent / smuggler role that Han did, rather than anything else in my theoretical stance. I don't think she's gonna be anything other than the Han type role. That's what I feel.
Darth Vader.
Let's see if Ian's on. I wonder if he got on. If it's 7, he's on, but if not, he's not. Nope, he's not. Once he gets on, then the conversation's really gonna take off. I just equipped literally the no attachments CUDA into the freaking classes, so I guess I'm gonna be kissing my anus goodbye. I've been using the Man of War a lot. I feel like it's a great weapon. Just kidding, I'm gonna use the VMP for no reason. Look at this guy named Coop Dog up there.
I already saw it.
You tend to read what you text. I'm a big player underwater as far as this map is concerned. Like, I'm always underwater. Like, I'm
20%.
This is, like, totally my freaking... Damn it. That's my area, and he just literally killed me in my hometown. You are gonna die once you pop out of there. Go ahead. Friggin' do it. Pop out of the water. Come on. I have no choice but to jump in. How much air do you have under here? Like, I don't know.
But
I really want to play the underwater card, but this isn't working. Are you still like texting?
But you know what I
on?
like about this Star Wars series? You know, like this new trilogy coming. You know what I like about this? I like how now there's a new like now we have to wait for the next episode. Like waiting for that. You know, like, oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Like how before back in the day.
Oh, come on. Dude, I
This is
just
gonna
got
happen for
killed
the
in the
next.
freaking water again. It's the second time that freaking crap happened. That is so much garbage right there. Not gonna lie. The one time I'm not underwater and then they come. Big no-no. Are they coming for the water yet? Oh, come on, dude.
You know what I feel like if Ray has ever had kids, I feel like she's gonna name like if it's a boy, she's probably gonna name him after Han. I could see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Just like how Han named Kylo after, Ben, Obi-Wan, Ben.
That's probably what did it. He was probably pissed that he was named after an old man.
He's named after a Jedi, like Jedi Master. I wonder if he noticed that. I wonder if he knows that, Kylo.
He'd probably get real mad. He totally knows.
Here's a theory about Kylo. Discussion. You think Kylo will ever go back to the light side, or he probably, or this time stay in the dark and get killed for it?
I think he loves reveling in the evil. Dude, seriously, I'm so irritated at how many people haven't played in the water yet. I'm totally the amphibian dude who just loves to play in the water. They're up in
2
that
kills.
building. They're just not going in the water. Damn it. Sorry, I haven't really been discussing Star Wars. I'm kind of in the zone at the moment.
Nah, no, it's no problem, man. It's no problem.
Damn it. I really thought this gun would be better at close range than that. Like, I feel kind of disappointed that it's kind of underwhelmingly retarded for me. So I only got 4 kills.
Yeah, we don't know much about like like how was Ray was raised.
No, we just know that whoever her parents were taken away.
There has to be a theory about that. There has to be a good theory. I mean, a good. It has to be Luke's daughter, or I mean, it has to be Leia, or I don't know.
Well, I finally got fast mags for the VMP, so that's good. Have you ever ran Sixth Sense um, and frickin' Tracker at the same time?
Nope.
Okay, cause it kind of tends to be pretty crazy.
Verizon 20 minutes. Oh, I found a video on Instagram about Han Solo's death. There's like someone recorded in the theater.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, as you can, I assume that you hear Chewie's you know, like screaming, like saying no.
Yeah. I think even though Chewie's the greatest character ever, it literally takes 0 skill to play him.
Honestly, I don't think. To be honest, I don't think Han Solo should have. I'm just saying. I know Harrison Ford wanted to die, but I don't think it was not. It's not smart of him to go closer to Kylo, since But showing like that, Kylo is definitely like mentally like like a psychopath.
Oh yeah, totally.
In the dark.
I thought he was gonna be
More
an
than like,
underwhelming
even Darth
experience.
Vader didn't even really killed Luke. He couldn't kill Luke because he realized either there's still a chance, but at the same time there's still good in him. There's still good a little.
Oh man, I was hoping he wouldn't hit me. I'm having an incredibly fun time using this scrub gun.
Mm.
I feel so ashamed for actually enjoying playing with it. Because it's just so retarded, dude. It's still... It's underwhelming in most circumstances, but it just gets the most insanely stupid kills. Like, it's just the bullcrap machine. Like, using this alone is just the bullcrap machine. It's ridiculous.
There has to be I mean, back again with that discussion about, Ray and Luke. I mean, there has to be a way, like, like Luke might have known her before, or like he would have asked, like, "Oh, who are you?" But I don't know.
Nice, I finally got the high-tech body. Now I gotta go
There has to
switch
be a
back
way.
to
There has to be a way,
psychosis.
like, when Luke, just.
Care package awaiting orders.
There has to be a way. Sorry, what were you saying? It's kind of
There
distracting.
has to be a way about, like, like that Luke must have known her, or like saw her coming, or knew her who she.
Oh,
Right?
frick, you saw me? Damn. He must have Sixth Sense on or something. Because he totally sensed my approach. Clear night as day, knew where the hell I was coming from, so I think that was because of Sixth Sense. It's probably one of the most incredible pieces of gameplay I've ever captured. At that point I was just like, screw it, you can kill me, I don't care.
4 kills.
Oh, shoot. This thing's terrible at... Wow, okay. Because you totally got that. Alright. I feel like such a scrub for using this gun. I hate myself now. Anybody who's like, hey, you use that gun, you suck. I do not give a fuck. Okay. I'm not in the lead, so I didn't get to taunt at all. I think it's cute that he still has the basic fire break gear and he doesn't have the Dante. I keep calling it Dante. I meant to say Diablo. He doesn't have the Diablo outfit, which I do. So like
You're talking about Devil May Cry.
no, yeah, that's what I'm. No, I'm talking about Dante's Inferno. That's what I'm talking about.
19%. Oh.
I just unlocked the high-tech body. Now I gotta get this stupid high-tech helmet, so. Then I have to do Ruin, Outrider, Prophet, and Battery, and then Seraph before I do Nomad, so.
Eh.
If you want, you could go to Battlefront if you want to just keep talking about this stuff.
And oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, I will in a bit. I'll play one more game because I need to want to level up some of my guns.
Yeah.
I want to like master all of them.
I wonder what gun
But
I
yeah,
want to use. Probably gonna go with the Pharaoh with this one.
There has to be a way that Luke Skywalker might have known
Are
Finn
you interested in eating
or
again
like
or
saw
no?
her coming.
Oh, it depends. Like, what do you?
I made Andrew ramen and Megan quesadillas.
Do you have any chicken
Right, like
nuggets?
right.
Yeah, I'll have Daddy make you chicken nuggets.
Okay, have them make me buffalo chicken nuggets.
I don't know that we have the red hot stuff. Frank's red hot. I was always gonna do that, but I think we're out.
If we're out, I guess if we're out, then you make me chopped up ramen. But check, cause I really kind of want chicken nuggets. Dude, I kind of got the Dante camo for the Man of
Oh,
War.
let me look. Oh, shit.
What?
Sick. That is sick, Dante's.
You can see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? What do you mean you can see what I'm talking about?
No, no, I'm checking. No, I'm looking at your the customized Reaper. It's pretty cool.
Oh. I heard that the
No, we're out. So ramen.
Damn it. Yeah. So I heard that the Kuda got an incredible no buff at all. Are you? Oh, you're still in the lobby. Okay. I would have thought that it would have at least migrated by now. This is kind of rudimentarily pointless. I'm really quick gonna see what happens if I add a backdrop. What happens if I change the color? LOL. So, yeah. It's just us now, for some reason. I'm actually gonna... I think I'm gonna stoop so low as to change Rolling Thunder to Wraith when I get it. I don't have any unlock tokens left, so I'm kind of stuck with what I get. How much is that? 29? Cool. Burn duplicates. I can't get any from duplicates. I wish you could burn the things you get. If you don't like the things you get, I wish you could burn them. But you can only burn duplicates, so it kind of irritates me.
So
But I like how you can at least burn duplicates. That's really neat.
Oh yeah.
Because totally, if Advanced Warfare had been here, I'm gonna bring you out and try and reshuffle so that it freaking puts this in the game. In Advanced Warfare, when you get a duplicate, you just could sell it and that was it, and then you were screwed and you had to wait until you'd randomly get another. So, and it wasn't even like for sure legit like what it would take to get it. Like, no, it was just super random and stupid.
1 minute, and it's ready on the table.
Okay. After this, I'm probably just gonna go eat, and then come back and talk some more Star Wars with you. You gonna stay in the party the whole time, or?
I mean, I might go in a bit, but I'll probably get back later.
I don't think I'll be on past 9.
I'll pass 9.
If that, I might be on at 10. Oh,
Yeah, maybe 8.
what the
Maybe
hell am I
like I'll be
doing
on
using this
probably
gun?
like around 8 or 8:30.
Ah. Where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do?
No, I don't know. I'm just gonna get something to eat.
Christ. Dude, I just got killed twice by the same stupid freaking character. I don't even know what gun it's using, but honestly.
But what do you think about that theory about Ray and Luke? They should have. They got.
Oh, shoot. Sorry. I just got really distracted because I ran and got a double kill and then immediately ran into like
They have to know
more
each
people.
other.
I just got him killed. You're gonna have to explain the theory in a minute after I'm finished explaining what the hell just happened. Somebody put a stupid, you know those trip mine things? Somebody put one of those down, and I ran up, and there was a guy like near it, but he didn't set it off. Anyway, I ran up behind it and set it off, and then he died. Oh, for crying out loud. That is freaking retarded. That... All I needed was just one freaking kill after activating... Okay, cool. After activating Psychosis, I needed one kill, but I could never pull it off. It just never works for me. I just can't do it. I'm never quite able to land the kill after I do it. It's just kind of irritating to me. I heard pistols got a nerf. Which they don't need, by the way. Yeah, I got shot from behind because like idiots corner camping.
So about that theory.
Okay, yeah. Explain the theory for me, please.
No,
One
like
more time.
what else? No, it's not. I mean, I guess it should be a theory, but what else? You know, that about Ray, like like Luke already, like when he first saw Ray, like he kind of like smiled, like just
I didn't see him smile, so I don't know.
Or well, I mean, he kind of like.
He kind of
Yeah,
just
oh.
had like a drunken, what the hell is going on look the whole time.
You think he? Yeah, but like he should have asked, "Who are you?" Or I don't know, because
Oh, come on. You're kidding me. Frick!
Do you think?
I am
Luke
so
knows?
pissed. Hold on, I just have to explain what happened. I went to kill one guy after activating Psychosis, assist. So I went to kill the other dude, and then I got another assist, and then the freaking thing wore off and I died. I just need one freaking kill after I use this crap. And I just got 2 assists, so I basically got gypped again. Frick! I got gypped again. Like, I'm honestly so frustrated. The one time I, like, seal the deal, and I get 2 freaking assists instead. It's like I can't do it. It's like it's a curse. Like, it just doesn't work. I could get a kill, but once I use Psychosis, I die immediately. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, but you think you think Ray might have? They should know each other. You think?
I don't think they should, but maybe.
No, I mean, do you think Luke must have known Ray, or what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Like, what would Luke? What are your thoughts, Luke? What probably would say to Ray?
I already went into this. I think he's gonna play the Yoda card.
Huh?
That's my theory. I think he's gonna become the new Yoda.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know we've been through this, but they must have known. I don't know.
I am so done with trying to do this.
Is there any more discussion topics we should go over, or?
Well, we were gonna go into one, but the door's hanging wide open, and I have to go eat in a second here. So, I'm probably gonna cover that when I come back. and Ian's probably gonna join too and have some things to say. So it's gonna be an all night thing. So it'll keep going eventually. So don't worry about it.
Alright.
We're gonna cover the rest
Man.
eventually in a sec.
Alright,
So if you
cool,
want to
cool.
go, this will be good.
Yeah, alright, man. Alright, I'll be right back. See ya.
Bye. Can I just get one kill with Psychosis, please? I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just can never do it. Kicked for inactivity, exactly. Kicked for inactivity. Hello. So I guess we are kind of done talking about Star Wars for a while, so I think this is the in-between time of the stream. So I think I might stop the stream and then continue with another episode of the stream when we get more people to talk about, but I'm not quite sure because I really wanted to maintain the constant content of Star Wars related stuff on my channel at the moment, because that's the big thing right now. And so yeah, unless we can get somebody in. So we got a viewer now. I don't know who it is, but I wanted to let you guys know that you kind of joined in the intermediate session between discussion as far as the Star Wars thing is concerned. I actually had a beginning conversation in the previous stream called 200, Good for 200 Crypto Keys or crap like that, and around halfway through it, Alex and I started talking about Star Wars related stuff, with spoilers included, and then we continued with this one, and now he has left. So if there is anything you wanted to talk about regarding Star Wars, that's what this stream is for. If you don't want to talk about Star Wars or spoilers at all, or haven't seen it yet, then don't watch this stream. Because I just saw the movie last night, so that was what I wanted to do with my channel so far, is just cover a discussion, not a review, because I don't like reviews anymore. I just like general thoughts and discussion with people and having like a general opinion session rather than freaking anything else. And including spoilers, of course, because, you know, how are you going to talk about the movie without talking about the movie? That's kind of the point right now. Although, right now, people aren't talking too much about the movie spoiler-wise, other than, you know, the main reviewers are now going to start posting because it's not opening night anymore, but there's going to be a mix between non-spoiler and spoiler reviews, and I'm going to go the spoiler route. So if you want to have a discussion, leave a comment, or if you do want to join the party, you can, Mr. One Viewer. But this is the in-between discussion time where I'm just kind of playing because I don't have anyone to really discuss intently with. Oh, for Christ's sake.
So then did you think they tried too hard to be a copy of episode 4?
Ultimately, I think they're gonna tell the story exactly how the originals did it, but with a twist, so ultimately, yeah, I think they kind of did copycat a lot. I think the biggest thing about this movie is it was not a disappointment. It was very good. The only thing I think it was, though, is it wasn't just episode 7. It felt more like just a nostalgia trip done really good. Like, it was just like it's kind of like a remastered version of an Infamous game, kind of, in my opinion. I think it's just another Star Wars-esque story done right. But that's really all the extra universe was in Star Wars, was just retellings of the same stuff. Basically, just like anything, but, you know, I'm a big extra universe fan, and now that all that stuff is non-canon, that makes it, I think, that much better, because it really wasn't in the first place canon, so telling us that the extra universe wasn't canon is pointless, because we know that's what the extra universe is non-canon, independently made stories by fans. So, really, that's not news to anybody. But being told that we can no longer act like that is complete fallacy, because we're going to do it anyway. But anyway, so... But yeah, I think they did well, and I had, like, individual discussions and reviews on each character, and what I thought about each one, and stuff, so... I like how I killed that guy and then died immediately right after. I don't see how that hit me. It wasn't exactly on target. But, okay. Anyway, so, yeah. I love having in-person, first-hand conversations about it, because I'm, as you can probably tell, a super big Star Wars fan myself, so I don't phase easy when I see something bad regarding Star Wars and something good regarding Star Wars. Okay, so you're saying, the Extended Universe is where Solo's kids were. Yeah, okay, so Solo's kids were named Jason and Jaina, which they, in turn, in this movie, renamed to Ben, and the other kid is unmentioned. And the other kid is not Rey. So that was established very well, but clear in the episode they were telling us about how Luke trained 2 and 1 turned to the dark, and the other one I think was either killed, or I can't remember what they said. But, you know, it went horribly wrong, and then Luke went into hiding, okay? So Kylo's, or Ben, is the bad dude, but the other apprentice was not mentioned, so therefore the other apprentice isn't Rey at all. She's unaffiliated with him. She's never seen him before. He's not their uncle or anything. He's not related to her in any way. Which a couple of people were like, "Oh my God, raise the other kid," and I'm just like, no, she's not. But yeah, but in the extended
Maybe
universe,
Rey is a Skywalker.
then she would be in the direct bloodline. But then again, I would highly doubt that. And the reason why is because Luke would have to have a spouse, and he doesn't. And secondly, the bloodline only continued due to the fact that Anakin broke the rules of not to have kids. So I don't think Luke would go down that same path because of that whole spat there. I think he didn't do that, so I don't think she's related. But it would be cool if there was an explanation behind that, but there really wouldn't make a lot of sense to have that in there, because knowing the Jedi and knowing Luke, he probably wouldn't have had a kid. Although the bloodline in the extended universe does continue, so it's entirely plausible. Because there's like Jax Skywalker, this blonde guy, I can't remember what the hell his name was. Call him Jax because I can't remember his actual freaking name. But yeah. He was like a blonde-haired dude that was the Jedi, and he was like the Skywalker guy in one of the comics I read. Regarding the extended universe, so yeah. Wow. I'm also having like an incredibly frustrating time trying to get like kills after using Psychosis, which is like kind of, now that I think of it, really difficult to do. Mainly because I'm not using a shotgun. I think that's the reason why I failed this many times. But anyway, basically what I'm supposed to be able to do is land a kill after pressing the Psychosis button. That's all I need to do, and see? If I had landed the kill, this is my problem. This is why I'm having such a frustrating day.
So the Starkiller base like WTF didn't Re9T the with learn anything from both of the Death Stars.
Yeah, that was one of my biggest pet peeves about the movie, was exactly the fact that they didn't learn their lesson and literally just made the same exact mistake. The greatest section is the entire portion of the movie where the bomber planes are completely ignored for a good 20 minutes. So we're left to assume that they're just constantly going back and forth, completely challenged by any of the Imperial forces, like, at all. And the biggest thing was, for the longest time during this entire attack, you barely see any of the Imperials that were supposedly taking up the chat scene where he does that speech, you know, all those, I call them Imperials, I meant to say New Order. All of those troops were just nowhere to be found this entire time. So they're going back and forth and bombing this stupid thing for 20 minutes while friggin' that crap happens. Finally friggin' got a kill with this stupid Psychosis crap.
Care package on standby.
Oh shoot, I didn't know he was gonna do that. I hate morons who use that crap, like, honestly. I don't even know what it is, but if it's RAPS, I'm gonna kill someone. It's a UAV. Good. I didn't get anything important. The reason it's so hard to freaking land a kill after activating Psychosis is mainly because they just do that. Come around the corner, please come around the corner. I can't, it just wears off too quickly, or it just doesn't ever work. I get these like once every millennium or so. It just doesn't ever work for me, like... What the hell? Oh, he's using that gun? I heard that gun actually got buffed, so...
What the person's name that they talked to throughout the movie? Kylo 10 and someone else were talking to someone.
I'm trying to think of how to answer that question. What's the person's name that they talk to? Are you talking about the rebel pilot that supposedly died and then came back towards the end? That guy? I think that's who you're talking about, because I forgot his name too, so... If it's that guy, I don't know. But the pilot dude is all I've got as far as what his name is, because I'm really kind of have no clue at this point who that guy is.
In the hologram.
Oh, that's
It's a
Snoke.
giant person.
Yeah, okay. So, theoretically, this Commander Snoke guy is supposed to be, in real life, 30 feet tall. Which I absolutely think is incredibly ridiculous. And I'm probably not gonna like that, because first of all, he looks like he's straight out of frickin' stinking Lord of the Rings. And secondly, the other problem I have regarding him is there are no giants in Star Wars. There have never been a single taller than 10 feet Jedi/Sith ever in the extended universe, anything. So literally, they're just pulling this thing right out of their butts, and I'm cool with them pulling out new aliens and new dialogue and stuff, but I'm not cool with them doing all of this without providing any background whatsoever to establish said species or whatever the hell he even is. Now, I'm willing to support a plausible him being a reincarnated version of Plagueis, then I'll be cool. But he probably won't be. Anyway, so that's Supreme Commander Smoke. Supreme Leader Snoke. Snoke. S-N-O-K-E. S-N, not M. Like, N is in the bad word for black people. LOL. I get people there like so many times, like, they're just so surprised to see me able to shoot them from that angle. And they're just like, the frick just happened?
Do you agree with the fact that they killed Han Solo?
Yes. I was very much happy about that. And the reason I was happy was not only did we call it, but the only reason they had him in the movie in the first place is because they had to promise him that he would die. Because he said he wanted to kill the character off, which is why he didn't sign on for Empire Strikes Back, so he wasn't in that one. and he was replaced with Lando, who was a really good character, by the way. But he didn't sign on for the 5th one because he said he wanted the character to be killed off, and he didn't sign on. So Lucas put him in Carbonite, and he was then put into stasis because he didn't know if he wanted to sign on for a 3rd one or not, due to the fact that he was incredibly into the idea of having him killed off instead. So, there wouldn't have even been a Han Solo in that movie if not for the fact that they probably promised him that he was going to die. So, and he basically said, "I want to die," way back when. So, I think no one will be surprised if they saw the originals in theaters and they've been there since the beginning. I don't think any of the older folks that have been with Star Wars for a long time since the original theatrical releases will have not seen that coming. But anyway, I just really think that was a great way to put him out. That was fantastic. It brought good emotion into the scene. It kept the flow of the story. It wasn't unnecessary. It was emotional. It captivated a freaking balls. It captivated a significant moment in Star Wars history of that. If they had killed Chewie, I would have walked out and started a fire. Because my family is based around 2 things. Like, I wouldn't have actually, but I'm just saying. Like, I would have been really mad. Really mad. Our family, my dad is a big Star Wars fan, and his favorite character ever is Chewbacca. So, he's like a big deal, and then he became, to me, a big deal too. Because he's just a big deal now. Anyway, friggin' big deal Chewbacca over here. You suck so much. You freaking concussion grenade using a-hole. I freaking hate that. Sorry, I'm kind of raging because people act like scrubs and then they get away with it. Oh, cool. Hey, your mic's kind of buzzing a little bit.
No, that's the background noise. My dehumidifier and fan are running.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, your mic is hella sensitive, but I'm in a stream right now, and the stream is based solely around impressions and spoilers regarding the 7th movie. So, did you want to discuss that at all? Because if not, I may just be ending this.
I don't want to spoil anything for anyone watching the stream.
Oh, I already did
doesn't
that
want
at the
movie
beginning.
Spoiled.
Right now, the only person viewing has already seen it, and he was already discussing spoilers. This is the spoiler stream, and we established that when I was talking with Alex, and we had no
Yeah,
viewers
but
then.
what's the name of your stream?
Star Wars 7 movie discussion,
Okay.
caution spoilers.
Alright, so people know if they click on this, they're gonna get the movie spoiled.
Yeah, and it already happened because the person I'm talking to right now who's leaving comments already did watch the movie, so it's only...
Alright, I'll talk to you about it, yeah.
Yeah. So this is because I was planning on doing a discussion with spoilers, but I wasn't gonna just be a dick about it. But as we had started, because Alex did it halfway through my crypto key thing, and I was like, "Oh, now that you're here, we're gonna talk about Star Wars." And it's like, "But before we do, let's like say right now spoilers and stuff." So as we said that like 20 times, then we started talking about it. And then I went halfway through and he went to the bathroom, so I was like, I'm actually going to end the stream and continue this on another stream labeled spoilers. And then that continued, and it's gone on till Alex left, and now it's me and you, and one viewer that doesn't want to join the
Yeah,
party.
alright. I'll talk to you about it, sure. I'd love to discuss the movie, actually. I've got a lot of thoughts and opinions on it.
That's what we did. I basically let Alex ask me questions about it, and then he gave his own opinion. So either you can start off and give opening opinions, or you can ask questions, or however you want to do this.
Well, first of all, let me ask you what your favorite part of the movie was.
Shoot, that's
Actually,
a really
let me turn
tough
my
thing.
fan off here. That way you'll have less buzzing because my fan's gonna be off.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite part of the movie? Or at least just name a couple of your favorite parts. You don't have to name the favorite part, but just give me a couple ones that you really liked.
That would be better, because I don't have a the favorite part. I'm like everyone else who was basically in a nostalgia trip, because every 5 seconds in the theater somebody would clap every time they'd see an original trilogy cast character, so there was claps
Yeah.
all the time, and I kind of missed a couple lines from Harrison that I might have not if I didn't go opening day, but that's expected. But I got what I needed to out of the movie. The clapping was minimal, and they just would cheer real quick and then clap a couple times, and that was it. And then one guy would yell, "Oh yeah!" every time something would happen. So he
Yeah,
kinda,
that happened at my theater too.
yeah, it was like this big beer belly guy. I also had some personal stories of waiting in line and all that stuff, but we'll save that till the end. But yeah, so I had a couple of favorite parts. One of them was I just felt that the death scene was
Yeah.
expected. Everyone probably saw it coming, but the way they did it was unexpected. And I think it was a good moment. I think it was a meaningful moment to have the villain take his step to beyond the point of no return as far as the dark side is concerned by killing his unarmed father. So that would be the most the most influential scene. And then I liked how Leia's most significant scene of her return was the part where she didn't have a line and she just felt a disturbance in the Force, and her face and her everything she did silently, like acting. Basically, they told it looks like they told her, okay, act like Han is dead, and then she just destroyed doing that without even saying anything. There's no lines,
Yeah.
just do that, and then she did, and it was good. She's a great actor. I have not been more attached to her because honestly I really was just not a Leia fan from the get-go. I thought she was
Yeah.
like snarky. I kind of really hated her with a passion, but now that I've seen the character in this light, I think I've put my hatchet away, and I kind of really love Leia now, in all of her past and now future glory. So that was a good scene. The ending scene was a good way to go out. I mean, but that's self-explanatory. I really can't go into too much detail because there was really nothing there other than here's a lightsaber, so I'll hold it for 2 minutes while my arm dies. So, other
Yeah.
than that, you know. So yeah, the other thing that was an important scene in my eyes was the opening scene. And I was like super not happy right when it opened. I was like really just pissed because they were taking a military appeal to it. Like I was just like, what's the goggles? The oh they're 20 clicks out, you know? Like they're gonna start doing the American Sniper all over again. I'm like, am I even in the Star Wars movie or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still there?
Sorry, I was listening to the comment being read to me. The guy who's viewing the stream right now is backing out because he's got to go visit somebody. So I won't go into detail. That
Okay.
sounded private, but anyway, whatever.
So, are you done with your favorite moments, or?
Oh no,
are you still
I
going?
was still going on just the opening scene. So originally I was
I've already got a whole bunch of responses to the ones you've already answered.
okay. Yeah, this is gonna be my last one. And then I had like a big rant of everything I didn't like, so I think we're gonna have a discussion about that next. Because I already covered like all the character discussions with Alex, so I'm kind of pooped out on that. But if you want to talk about individual characters too, that'd be great. But yeah.
All right.
Anyway, so the opening scene originally was aggravating, but I grew to accept the opening scene mostly because the opening scene contained the first ever blood being spilled since A New Hope that I have seen. I mean, you know, he lost his hand in the 5th one, but there wasn't too much about that one. Okay, so there was blood throughout the series, but not much. But this is the first blood being spilled because, unlike the original trilogy, there was absolutely not a single drop of any blood at all in the prequels. So it's been like 10 years since some sort of blood has been introduced, which really got me feeling, oh, this is kind of establishing itself as not a kids movie. So that's good, because George Lucas ruined Star Wars by censoring everything and turning it into a kids movie, which is exactly what they didn't do. And then,
especially with fucking Jar Jar in the prequels, like he could have been.
Yeah, he was a kid's character.
Been a very well-designed character that would turn out like Yoda did. Like at first he would seem really stupid, and then he would reveal himself to be a fucking Sith Lord, right? But no, George was like, no, this is a kids movie. We gotta keep him the stupid bumbling.
It's because of the way they reacted to him being the bumbling idiot that he couldn't go through with it because of the backlash, which I think he's still. I think he did everything like he did because he's pissed that he couldn't have Jar Jar be the Sith. I think it was all because Jar Jar didn't get to have the limelight, so he was just, fine, screw you, I'm gonna poop on everything you love, and then I'm gonna sell it to Disney. That's what I think.
Honestly, I think that if he hadn't have wanted to censor everything, and he would have made Jar Jar's character a lot less silly than it was, it would have turned out a little bit better. But that's the
theory goes off of Jar Jar being stupid and then being the Phantom Menace. But anyway, back to the movie. So the opening scene was establishing the movie as an emotional trip. Like the opening scene, I think, was the opening scene of fucking Second Son. Like it was just, oh crap, so it's gonna be a good game. You know, it established itself as okay, so here's our bad guy. He's a damn psychopath. Kill all the hostages.
Kill the enemy hostages.
Hostages! Anyway, so he's like, okay, we
need to make a fucking, a spoof of that. When that movie comes out, we gotta, like, record that clip and make a spoof of that. Like, oh my god, I got it.
He'll open up, he'll just wipe the blood on his head 5 times, and then he goes, kill the hostages, and then they all die.
Listen to this, freaking, the stormtrooper walks up to Kylo Ren, he's like, what do we do with the villagers? And Kylo turns around and says, no Russian.
That would be great. I would have liked, after he says that, immediately after, the stormtrooper says, fuck you, dude. Alright, let's get the beer out, guys. Anyway.
Oh shit, we gotta, that's future plans right there, we gotta do that. That's hilarious.
I liked the opening scene because it was dark, and it was to the point, and then it was establishing our bad guys not to be trifled with, which is exactly what Han Solo's introduction of the reason why he shot first was just because he's the only one to shoot. He just simply killed him because he's a badass and he's a smuggler and he doesn't mess around. So he just killed Greedo and then did a one-liner and then said sorry about the mess and flicks the coin at him. So right now, from that standalone point, Han is a swashbuckling criminal dude, mastermind who's just friggin' super dude. And he's just super badass, and that was the point. So anyway, this is the same opening appeal of here's our character. This is who he is. This is a psychopath. This is freaking Hitler right here with the lightsaber, and now everyone's dead. So
I thought that And I didn't think this was a bad thing. I liked the way this was executed, but from the get-go, like from the moment that the stormtrooper wiped his bloody hand across the other guy's face, I knew it was Finn.
Oh,
From that moment, it was blatantly obvious that that was Finn. I was like, oh yeah, that's the black guy.
Dude,
and then
that's when he
it
snapped,
became more
too.
obvious. Yeah, that's when he was like, oh shit, what the hell am I doing here?
Dude, that's exactly
And it just
what the
got
beer
more
belly
and
guy
more
did.
Obvious.
When as soon as the blood went across the guy's helmet, the beer belly dude who was like, "Oh yeah," went, "Oh shit," super loud. It was so funny.
Yeah, but
I
it,
love
it got
that.
progressively more obvious. You know, he's standing there, and even with the helmet on, not being able to see facial features, you could tell he had like a scared look on his face. Even not being able to see his face, you could see what his face looked like.
Dude, they could have added a
Just-
bone rattling
you could
sound from
sense it.
Scooby-Doo. The bone rattling sound. Oh wow, dude! I joined a game and went 3-0. This is the first time I've accidentally gone flawless just because I joined the game, but now I'm technically flawless. So,
Nice.
friggin' look at this dude. Friggin' Apocalypse over here, getting 3-0. Legend play. I just killed Legend Player. That's who I killed.
Nice.
I killed Legend Player 91, and he went 7-15. Not a legend. I went flawless, and no one else did. Screw you all. 3.0 KD.
Yeah, I thought the opening
3-0.
scene was very, very well executed.
Oh my
the
god,
one-
that's so great.
is the game really doing this? Oh no.
Are you
The one
playing Black
complaint
Ops?
that yeah.
Okay, you need to invite me right now because we both need to roll
I'm in the
Infinite
middle of
92.
a match right now.
Oh, okay. After it ends, like
Okay.
wait in the lobby and just shoot me an invite.
My
Anyway,
only issue
yeah,
with,
go.
with the opening scene was the fact that the old guy who was talking to Poe or whatever the fuck his name is, the awesome pilot.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
remember his name.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
Poen.
Poe.
I think
but
it's
I
Poen.
could be wrong.
It's Poen
sure?
or some crap. I don't remember.
I don't
Prayon
know.
or friggin'
I don't know.
It's
I
probably
just call
Kung
him
Fu
Poe, but that's what I
Panda.
remember.
I'm gonna call him Kung Fu Panda. Screw it. I call
Anyway,
him Pilot.
The,
Let's call
the
him
old
Pilot.
the old guy who was talking to him. Who the fuck is the old guy?
I had
Like,
no
who
clue.
the hell is he? What significance does he have? You know, Kylo Ren comes in the city like, oh yeah, I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down.
He's like
And the old
Tanishi's
man's
loyalty.
just like,
Who is you? Like
yeah.
he
yeah,
just
it's like,
dies
okay,
before you
know-
can get the explanation. Like
Yeah, this old man is just sitting there and he's like, oh, you don't come from the dark side. You blah blah blah. I know about your family. It's like, who the fuck are you? Why
Yeah.
are you significant to the story? And then he like lifts his lightsaber up and dramatically kills him, and it's like, well, what? Am I supposed to be feeling something right now? Who the hell is this guy?
just got killed. Yeah, I'm gonna call him that because literally he's not
Execution.
useful to the plot except for he knows way too much and he got killed for doing that. So basically he like read the end script and then was like, oh, I know a lot. And he basically like snuck on set and got away with it. They're like, hey, this guy, I don't know who he is. We're just gonna keep him in there. Like, they just kill him off. Just have Kylo hit
Yeah.
him with the PVC pipe that he's using as his lightsaber. Yeah, that's a good idea.
The
So he gets hit and
PVC
it knocks him out, you know. And then they're like, yeah, now get him off set. That was good. That was great. He was like
the random homeless dude that wanted on set.
accidentally in Star Wars. New record.
Did you know, actually, that this film was Daisy Ridley's first movie ever?
Oh, you mean Ray?
Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
She
actually,
did pretty good for
I
her first movie.
I did not find that out until the end, and she honestly reminded me, her performance of it being her first time reminded me of if you ever went to see Captain Phillips, the guy who played the main bad guy, the Somalian
never saw
pirate,
that movie.
the
But I
lead
do know what
Somalian
you're talking
pirate.
about.
Yeah, the lead Somalian pirate, he literally, his audition was just, okay, here's Tom Hanks, work with him, and that's it. That was all he got. And they got, right when he started playing the character, like, they were like, yeah, this is the guy, this is like acting Jesus, you know? I can't believe he
Acting
didn't win
Jesus.
an Oscar, I was so mad. But anyway, yeah, it was his first time, and I was like, wow, first time and you're a nominee for an Oscar? Geez, that's, like, pretty good. That's deep doo-doo. But anyway, for her first time, I think she did it. I think she really sold
She
the
did it.
part. And the
That's,
only thing
that's gonna really set her career up well.
Yeah, it definitely. The only thing I had that was a big pet peeve of her acting is she squints in every fucking scene, at least for 2 seconds, because
Really?
yeah, no, if you go
I
back
didn't-
and
I
watch
didn't
the
notice
whole
it that
thing,
much.
she was squinting at literally everything. Either that or she just has that face where she likes to, she's just like, when she's confused, she squints, or, you know, it's kind of just, I don't know, it was kind of annoying, I guess.
I didn't notice it at all.
Oh, good, because I was like, maybe I'm just overthinking it, maybe I've just seen it once and now I can't unsee it, or I don't know. But she was overall better than Finn, in my opinion. And they had such chemistry on set, though. But everybody, like, some of the people really hated Finn. They said he was the Jar Jar of it, and I really disagree. I think
What?
I think
No.
he brought something to the table that was completely just break the water kind, or what hell metaphor am I looking for? Just friggin' new to the
break
table.
the ice.
Yeah, but he broke the ice, and then after that, he just didn't stop just poning the part. I mean, he just kept
He
on
did it
going.
really well.
He was like he played scared really well. He played like, I'm stubborn now, I'm gonna go off with these dudes. Which was awkward because he just randomly came back for some reason. I'm like, what happened to the other dudes? Did they just say, oh, you're fired, dude? I don't even know you, bro. Or I don't know, but he came back at the random point, even though he went clear off set, and then he was like not mentioned. I was like, oh, I guess
So
that's
how
it.
do you feel about having okay, because at the beginning of the movie it's assumed that Master Chief Pilot dude is dead, and then he's not dead. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the movie going, oh, this guy's totally dead, and then like, no, he's not, never mind.
I didn't buy it because literally first of all, he was not near the wreckage at all. He only found the jacket in the
Yeah.
cockpit, and then the whole friggin' TIE fighter got destroyed. So there was no way he was anywhere close to it when it crashed. I think he like friggin' hit the eject button. So I was like, he didn't die. There's no way. I think he just
I
flew
didn't
backwards.
think he did
or some
either.
crap. I was like, I didn't buy it. I'm
Honestly,
like, he's not dead.
I didn't think he died. I assumed because Finn was thrown from the crash. He was in that little like
I think he
fucking-
ragdolled in the friggin'
he was in
Narnia.
he was in that parachute seat when he woke up after the crash. So I assumed that the other guy escaped, but then I was like, okay, well the movie is obviously making us assume that he's dead. So then when they brought him back, okay, gonna go a little bit off topic here. Major issue I have with the movie.
I have a couple,
reveals.
so let's just go into the things we don't like real quick and get this over with.
I don't like the reveals, okay? The way the characters were revealed to me seemed kind of weak, especially my two biggest gripes. When Master Pilot Dude is still alive, you see him in an X-Wing, in an outfit that you've never seen him in before. All you can see is his face. You don't see his hair or any other characteristics that you can recognize on him. You just see his face in a Rebellion helmet. And you hear another pilot in the background say, yeah, way to go, dude, like he says his name. And so you're like, wait, is he still alive? And then it's like, oh yeah, he's alive. Just nonchalant, brush it off. Like,
He's
oh,
like,
yeah,
yo,
he's
what
alive.
up, bro? I
And
wonder
then,
where you
and
went.
then
You weren't
the
near the
frickin'
crash.
reveal of Supreme Leader Snoke.
Oh my god.
Weak as fuck. I hated that reveal so bad because they walk into the room and he's sitting on that of course it's a big hologram, but he's sitting in that chair and then he leans forward and you see his face and it's like, wait, that's it? No dramatic build up?
Yeah, no, there was no
staying in the shadows until the end of the movie. No big dramatic reveal like, oh yeah, that's him. And then you're sitting there like, who the fuck is this guy?
I like how you caught all the things that I kind of glanced over, but were probably, now that you've mentioned it, kind of issues that I oversaw mainly because I'm just so much more of a Star Wars fan, but now that mainly because you're the unbiased party where you just don't really care that much, I think you went in with low expectations and you got exactly what you got. I don't know if you were overall pleased or not, but I think you got from the sounds of it, I think you had fun, but it just wasn't.
Oh yeah, dude.
It wasn't the thing, the biggest crap on the market, but I think it was definitely I think a good film. Good film. That's what I think.
You pretty much nailed how I feel. Like I'm not a Star Wars fan. I like the movies a lot, and I was excited for this one, but I'm not an actual fan, you know? So when I went into the movie, I didn't have any expectations, really. I mean, I had kind of like a general rough draft of an idea of how it would go, but I didn't really have expectations for it.
Well, did you see the others?
The other, what do you mean?
The originals.
Oh yeah, I've seen all of them. The prequels, the originals, I've seen all the movies multiple times.
The theatrical releases were the only ones unedited, so I'm sorry you had to witness what George did after the fact. The VHS.
Well, I wasn't alive to
the
see
VHS
the originals.
The tapes, and then the first DVD releases were unedited, and then that's it. And then all the rest of the DVDs now that you can get are all edited versions.
They're all edited to crap.
Yeah, they're ruined as of now. But yeah, overall, I think I was pleased. The things I had problems with were, of course, Snoke, but the thing that I have problems with wasn't his reveal. It was because I was too distracted of the amount of hate I had towards the character being exactly who the character was. And the reason why is because the face looks straight out of freaking the Hobbit movie. You know that dude I sent you the picture of, that Manu Bennett played, the freaking Defowler dude? So he looks just like a knockoff version of that. And then he's like 30 feet tall in the hologram, and people were like speculating that, oh, he's actually really in person 30 feet tall. And I'm like, there's no giants in Star Wars ever, okay? Lord of the Rings, yes, but there's no giants in Star Wars, so not gonna do that. And so I was like really mad because I didn't want that to be a thing. It didn't end up being a thing because we don't know what his actual size was. And the thing I backed it up, maybe he's regular size, is because in the edited version, the Emperor, the old Emperor, when Darth Vader talks to the Emperor, was just a hologram of a face and a voice. But the new one was just the guy who played Emperor in the prequels, who recorded lines and crap. And don't get me wrong, he was one of my favorite characters of the prequels just solely because he was a good actor, and he's frickin' one of the only lovable parts about the prequels, because he's evil and loves it, and he's just frickin' established. He's just great. So that change, I wasn't opposed to. I was opposed to every other change. That one, it was okay. But anyway, he was like super huge in the hologram compared to Darth Vader's size, so you know, and he was actually like shorter than Darth Vader in person, so you know, that's how I justify, oh, the hologram's just fucking huge, and he's actually just really not.
No, I totally agree with that. That's one of the things that I'm glad they kept, because it's
I just hope he's not
kind of like it's a wink to the past, if you know what I mean, because the Emperor, like you said, the Emperor was that big in the hologram, but he was actually really like normal size in person. I like that they kept that aspect of it, how the Supreme Leader or the Emperor is always like super fucking huge in the holograms.
Yeah.
What else?
Anyway,
what else I like here?
I had a thing that these are pet peeves right now for me. So so the big thing that really got me irked is the pacing kind of felt too fast, even though the movie is great, and there couldn't have been slower pacing because of the fact that they needed to tell the story at that pace for the sole purpose of getting it done, because having this take 3 movies would be kind of ridiculous when they can get...
Yeah.
At this point, I'm okay with the pacing solely because they needed to finish what they just stated so that they could move on to the next stuff. So I'm actually excited for what they have in store. I'm optimistic after seeing it. But the big problem I had, not the pacing at all, I had a big problem with one thing, and the one thing was during the attack there was a bunch of chaos going on inside the base, right, or the planet crap. And
Right,
while
the
all this
Star
is
Killer.
going on, the rebels are constantly attacking the shield/ventilation port thing for 20
Whatever the
straight
fuck it
minutes, unchallenged and completely no resistance whatsoever. So they're basically strafing back and forth,
Yeah.
bombing the crap out of it with no resistance whatsoever, while all
Yeah.
the rest of the Imperials are nowhere to be seen, completely scarce as a frickin' diamond. And all of those people that you saw in that scene, in the big frickin' huge chat scene, those billions of troopers are just fucking all on donut time or some crap.
Yeah, right?
They're nowhere to be seen. There wasn't a single stormtrooper in the hall where Kylo confronted Han. So while all this is going on, they're completely buzzing off. A couple of them are like, oh crap, we're getting attacked, and then they immediately die. And then the other frickin' 8 million others are just nowhere to be frickin' seen. And they're just bombing it for 20 straight minutes. It was like cheating through the first heist in GTA. Like, it was like, oh, here's heist crew number 1. And here's minimal resistance, and okay, we won. Yeah, okay, cool, guys. Yeah, real easy right there. They distracted them the whole time. Cool. And it was like, you distracted one dude, and then the rest of them just buzzed off. They're like, this is gonna blow up. We're out. This is gonna...
No, I totally agree. Like, it felt so stupid. Here's what I hated about this. In the original trilogy, you've got the Death Star, which is like 3 times smaller than the fucking Star Killer, and you have the entire Empire fleet guarding the Death Star, right? Like, you've got every fucking ship, like that's where they're fucking based at, practically. You've got everybody and their dog watching the Death Star because that is their prized possession. And it took them
on the floor. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it
Did it move?
took them
No.
basically 3 movies to destroy it. I mean, they pretty much destroyed it twice, right? Because they blew it up.
Yeah, they blew it up, they built it again,
the
and they
first
blew it up
time.
again. So,
And then-
great job, Ian McClellan, or whatever
Yeah,
your
they
name
blew
is.
it up twice, right? And so it
Oh,
took
look,
them
a tennis ball. Look, a
it took
tennis
them
ball.
pretty much 2 to 3 movies to do it, right? And here we have this giant fucking planet. This planet that destroys other planets by sucking in the power of the sun, right? This huge fucking device. Where are the people guarding
This
it?
way better version of the Death Star with a giant
nobody's
freaking
there.
exhaust part that nobody's there.
Yeah. Nobody's guarding it. Where's the fucking fleet? Where are all the people based at this station? How come one pilot? Oh, this pissed me off so much. How come one pilot can just fly into the middle of this planet nonchalant, like, oh yeah, don't mind me, just gonna fly in here and blow up all your shit and then fly out like nothing happened? What? Like, how do you even do that?
I have no earthly
I hated
idea.
that.
That
I
was
hated that so much.
the climax was just the thing that did it for me. I was like, the one thing that you needed not to screw up. Now, I think the reason why they made literally every stormtrooper walks off set. Imagine like an entire section of the script, 50 pages long, of every stormtrooper and the label that they have as far as the actor is concerned, like Stormtrooper T4118 leave set, Stormtrooper T14119 leave set, and it just has like 50 pages of every freaking moron to leave set, and then the 4 or 5 people who know their freaking name stay on set and then get killed, and then the rest leave set. I think the reason they removed the whole fleet was just so that they could do the scene where Han gets his promise. I think it all was riding on the simple the Kylo facing off kind of scene. So
Yeah.
they kind of didn't need to be interrupted by like a whole fleet of fucking stormtroopers flooding through the damn room while they were trying to do that
Yeah.
scene. I mean, imagine how distracting it would be. Oh, I meet you at last, and then 30 stormtroopers come out of nowhere, and a fart noise plays, and then they
Well, yeah,
storm the
But
castle.
then again,
But
I
other
mean,
than that,
then
they
again,
could have
that
come
would've
back.
That would have been kind of cool to see, because think about it. Han Solo runs out there, and like 300 stormtroopers all come out of the woodwork, and Kylo just puts up his hand, like doesn't even say anything, just puts up his hand, and they all freeze. They all just freeze and watch them, and they're like, "Oh shit, shit's about to get down now."
There
And
was
you have like stormtroopers betting each other in the back, like, "Oh, I bet he's gonna kill him. I'll bet you 100 he's gonna kill him." Like, you just have all these stormtroopers in the background watching this in suspense. I think that would have been kind of cool.
yeah. The other thing that I was gonna bring up. Oh shoot! I think I might have just forgot what the hell I was gonna bring up. God dang it! It was oh yeah. So I think all of the fleet that was happening while they were attacking. You know how they did have resistance because the stupid fucking things were flying around, and they were shooting at
Yeah.
TIE fighters. So
Yeah.
they got some good kills there. And funny story off that topic a little bit was during the scene where one of the friggin' X-wings flies in and takes out two the TIE fighters at the same time. Beer Belly dude said double
Yeah.
kill. And everybody laughed at that. So that guy was on fire last night. Like he was super
That's
funny.
great.
And
That's
yeah.
awesome, dude.
But anyway, so there was some fighting, and that was great. But I would have liked if the scene during the hand and all that crap was went on, and then right after that played out, it was left on a short mini cliffhanger to proceed to the cutaway where it's showing the battle taking place of all the fleet and all the battling, and some people actually
Yeah.
taking casualties. Like the rebels actually lost here, or you know they lost a couple pilots. But no, they cut away from the battle, and then they cut back, and the rebels are flying away, and they're like, "Yeah, we did it, guys," and then it fucking blows up. And it basically, they suffered no casualties, had minimal resistance, and got the job done. And I
Yeah.
was just like, where did the casual, you know, the scene where they're attacking the Death Star the first time, and the one dude, his fucking X-wing catches on fire, and he's like, ah, and he blows up.
Yeah.
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 That was like meaningful. It was like I really felt bad for that random dude that I didn't even know, but
Yeah.
it made his meaningless death, or his meaningless
Meaningful.
character that literally, okay, it made the meaningless character have a really meaningful death for no reason. Like you
Yeah.
had never seen the guy before. It was literally just random pilot number 3 fucking dies, and they glorified it to the point where random pilot number 3 was today's special hero of the week. You know, they made him like
Yeah.
seem like, oh dude, that's sad. Like that got me. Like as a kid when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, that guy better be okay. He wasn't, but you know, that really got me to the feels for a second because they actually suffered casualties, and they had minimal people to begin with. They had like a ragtag group of people, and then they lost one, and that's when it really sunk in that, dude, these guys are like massively outnumbered, and they just lost a dude. They're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Like, there's no chance. They already just lost a dude. There's no chance. So having casualties on the rebel side be a standalone, just one scene of just one dude getting unfortunately killed, or maybe 2 X-wings go down, or freaking a fleet comes out of nowhere and they all have to retreat to make another run somehow, or have to resort to something, and then some guy blows up that way, or I don't know. Something more meaningful to idolize the characters that we didn't meet but were the rebel resistance, making them seem more like they were at a loss here, there was no chance, would have been a better way to accomplish what it was. I wouldn't have been so disappointed with the end scene if the rebels had suffered some casualties or had a setback or something, but the only setback was, oops, we were accidentally in the hall at the wrong time, and like friggin' Han died, and that was it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that I think it's a bad movie. I think it's a great movie. I don't want to give the impression that I hated it, because I
Oh,
didn't.
no.
I really enjoyed it a lot. But
I just had a problem
that whole final scene where they just go in and they destroy the Star Killer, I was like, that was the weakest assault. And it didn't, you know, here's my issue with this, and I've had this issue with video games recently too. Them being able to destroy the Star Killer in the first fucking movie of the new trilogy was like,
Yeah.
the first order's that weak. Like,
Yeah,
it
dude.
made the First Order look weak, because it's like, oh, look at us, we've got this big thing that can destroy planets, and then one guy flies in with, like, a fleet of fucking X-Wings, and they're all out there distracting the TIE fighters, and this one guy flies in like, "Dip, dip, dip. Oh, hey, I'm gonna blow this up."
He did what the
and
Warthog
flies
in
out.
Black Ops 2 did. He just constantly would
Yeah.
fucking pound the fucking ground with bombs and crap, while the other four were just screwing off with the TIE fighters and getting double kills.
Yeah.
But that
And
was it.
it just made the First Order look so weak, and I wanted it to feel like the galaxy was under a threat, but instead it's like, oh hey, look at these guys, they're trying to pick up the pieces after episode 6. It's like, it made them look really weak.
Yeah, dude. It massively. When I walked out the theater, I was like, wow, that really felt underwhelming to me. Mostly because Kylo
Yeah, it
got
was.
his butt kicked like 2 times, and I was like, dude, this is the badass that we've been dealing with. He just has anger issues, and he's like a
dude.
child.
Yeah, no, not even to mention that, like Luke Skywalker was training Kylo and a group of
Dude, he
other
did a
Jedi,
terrible
and they,
mock-up job if he can't
Yeah,
even
they-
win one battle, man.
they all ran off and created their own little clan. And then what was really disappointing to me was like, wait a minute, you, the Sith Lord in training, lost a lightsaber battle with two
Training-
people who have never used a lightsaber before.
With a training diaper and training wheels attached, he would have been the same character, literally no changes.
Yeah,
If he had
it
if he
just-
had a onesie on the outside of his uniform, literally nothing would have changed. I would have had the same opinion, regardless of what he was wearing. At that end scene, he became a child to me. Like, honestly, stick a pacifier in his mouth, bump, good. Finish his training, he hasn't even learned lesson 1. Frickin' win at least one battle, dude. I mean, all you did was kill a bunch of people at the beginning that didn't have any weapons at all, and you didn't even do that. You had the stormtroopers do that, so yeah, great job. And your
it
kill
was
death
just
ratio
so-
is 0, and you lost your arm. Cool.
It was so underwhelming to me, because it's like, wow, you're supposed to be this big scary Sith Lord, and you lost 2 lightsaber battles with people who have never even used a lightsaber before in their life. Like, that is just pathetic.
Yeah. I think
And
that's
I
gonna
know-
take it though.
Well, see, I know that the whole ending lightsaber battle was supposed to be, oh well, they're embracing the Force. It's like, okay, Luke didn't learn this in one movie.
Yeah, no,
Luke did not
that's
learn
exactly
how to use the
Mr.
Force and the
Repsion's
lightsaber
point.
in one movie.
She became
Yeah.
a Jedi in literally an hour, and that was exactly what Repsion said. Was he's like he was not comfortable with the fact that she became a Jedi so quickly, and just miraculously learned how to use her powers so quick, and you know that was another pet peeve. But last thoughts on negativity is what I want to do right now before we go into
Alright.
the everything we enjoyed. And I have some
Alright.
big things about that, and then I want to do what happened in 9, and then continue from
Well,
wherever
you know,
we
I'm
go.
just gonna say this right now. The things I've been talking about that I don't like, I'm probably also gonna cover in the things I do like, because when I say that I like something and don't like something, it's usually the same thing. I just have 2 different opinions on that thing. So I'm
Oh, I
probably gonna
did
go
too.
over a lot of the things we've already covered. But yeah, go ahead. And tell me what you wanna
I had
tell
an
me real quick.
instance of my last negative thing would be, first of all, my last negative thing would be I'm not in your game, so we should totally do that after this, because
Yeah, we
we both
should.
have the same emblem, so why not? And the last negative thing that I have would also second as a positive thing, because frick, no, I can't remember. the thing that I was going to say was also positive though, other than the one I was trying to remember, was her becoming a Jedi in Hour also made me think that maybe they were going to glorify she's not like other Jedi, she's like strong, kind of appeal
She's
to it.
basically Luke of this generation.
Yeah, but she had to develop her character quicker, or she was forced, like they forced her hand, which
Yeah.
was cool, but
It was
not
almost
cool.
like a gauntlet kind of thing. Like, hey, you better
She
learn
clutched
to
it.
walk, or you're gonna die.
Yeah, no, she clutched it. She was like kind of forced
Yeah.
to play the badass all of a sudden, out of complete nowhere. So, you know, all complaints aside, I think that was like, it could be played off as intentional. But
Yeah.
the last thing I can't remember what. Oh, so the biggest thing that I didn't like, that was actually not a biggest thing at all, was it was the TIE fighter scene. I really didn't like the when they crashed and he gets the jacket and he looks back at the TIE fighter, and then out of complete nowhere the fucking sand becomes a fucking monster and swallows the goddamn thing, and then
The
blows
damn
it up
quicksand.
and spits it all out, and I'm like, is this planet alive? What the hell just did that? Like, sand does not do that. That's like a giant fucking sand slug that loves metal, or...
Yeah.
And then I was like, dude, Finn's gonna die. He's so screwed. He's standing on the ground where
Yeah,
if
right?
anything's heavier than 10 pounds, this thing's gonna go nuts. So I was like, whatever the
Yeah,
hell's
no,
under
like,
the sand
that's-
obviously likes either really big planes or is really just very hungry for metal. I don't know. It's very freaky.
Yeah,
I was
see,
like, that's
here's-
not sand.
Here's what I understood about that part. The scene right before they did the whole TIE fighter escape, Rey is talking to the little droid, what's his name, BB-8 or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, you'll drown in the sand
Rey-
and then obliterate
Yeah,
for some reason.
yeah. She's talking to the droid. And she's like, whatever you do, don't head north because that's where the fucking Badlands are, and you'll
The
drown and
sinking
shit.
fields. That's what she
And
said.
so as soon as the TIE fighter landed and it started to sink, I was like, okay, they're obviously in the Badlands that Ray mentioned earlier, but it didn't make sense because it's like, well,
It
the TIE
blew
fighter
up
is sinking in
afterwards.
this quicksand, but Finn is standing right on top of the same quicksand. Why isn't he sinking?
Yeah, that
Because
was
the plot doesn't want him to.
no, because it's a monster. It's what I'm saying. Like I think the monster has a knack for like eating metal, because it's got to be a monster, because she said that to the droid. So the droid obviously would drown and
Right.
fucking die because it's metal, duh. And the TIE fighter is metal, duh. But Finn's not metal. He's
Right.
fucking human. So obviously this thing has a taste for metal and not human, and didn't care one whit about Finn, but cared a lot over the giant fucking plate of nachos or stupid fucking fried chicken that it
I
just
can
got
see
went
that being
nuts.
a good explanation.
Yeah, that's my only explanation. Is like, of course, it's got to be metal. It's a monster and it likes metal. That's all I got. It's a giant slug goat from fucking Greek mythology. Anyway, so that was the last negative thing. The biggest positive thing I actually didn't see, but afterwards,
What?
in a bunch of reviews with spoilers, they pointed out something that actually should have been spoiled to me before I went into the movie so that I could have seen it. And the spoiler is something that you have to be really observant to see. And that spoiler is, during one of the sequences involving the Millennium Falcon, George Lucas, animated, gets run over by said Millennium Falcon and explodes.
What?
Yep. He gets run
I didn't
over.
even see that.
I saw like a couple of bodies fly on by when the Millennium Falcon got jacked, so I think that might have been the scene, but I don't know what scene it was. But they said you had to be observant, but if you saw it, and then a lot of
I'm
people
so
were like,
gonna
I
watch
did
that when
see
the movie
it.
comes out. When I get it on freaking Blu-ray, I'm gonna watch that.
You have to
That's
watch.
hilarious.
I have to watch the whole thing all over again just to see that scene, because I didn't see it the first time, and my dad's gonna be so disappointed. George Lucas gets run over? Are you shitting? Why didn't you tell me? He's not gonna see it. There's no way. But
George got run over by a spaceship.
I didn't see it, but I thought that was the nail in the coffin, and then I broke out laughing at the fact that
Dude.
that after the credits, I thought of, right when he said that, I thought of the credits and said based off of characters off of George Lucas, and I was like, yeah, including the one where he gets run over. Based off
Wow,
of George Lucas.
that's funny.
So they gave him a credit, and the only reason they did that, they had to have an excuse to give him a credit because they used him in the movie, but didn't want to give him like credit for being in the movie, so they just used the credit as a way to say based off of characters, so they didn't have to get into the fact that they fucking ran him over and blew him up.
Wow, that's fucking great. That is so great.
I know, it was probably one of the best things I didn't see, but my favorite part of the movie was something I didn't even see, and I instantly think that's the best part. But there were some other great instances, like Leia, what I mentioned earlier, Han, that was a great emotional scene. Definitely established Kylo as a significant point in character because he's killing his unarmed father and taking the path of no return, as I said. So there were a lot of good scenes. I think my favorite thing in the whole universe is, unlike my dad, Chewie's not my favorite character. My fucking favorite character is R2-D2. He's my
Really?
favorite character. Yeah. Other than Darth Maul and
so when you
Sidious,
saw him, what did you do?
Darth Maul, Insidious, and R2-D2 are my three favorite characters. When I saw him in stasis, I was like, no, wake up! Wake up! Wake up, R2! Wake up! I was like raging in my seat. I was like going like this, and Josh was like, calm down, calm down. And Ryan's like, what the hell's wrong with you? And I'm like, and I was like freaking out. And he was like, oh, you have your seizure? And I was like, R2-D2's in this movie. And he's almost dead. And he's like, oh yeah, I can see now. And I was like, he's my favorite fucking character in this goddamn movie. I was like, I hated BB-8 right off the bat for like the longest time because he was trying to take R2-D2 from me. And I was like, no, you cannot replace R2-D2. That's ball sack, okay? You can't do it. He's my favorite character. And, you know, another one of the greatest sequences in the prequels was when he fucking poured oil over the droideka and then he friggin' lit them all on fire, and I was like, hell yeah, dude, R2 kicks ass. And yeah, so I just love R2 and everything he does, and he's just always, like, calling him Anakin's droid is like selling him out because screw that. I call him Luke's frickin' badass machine. And he's just sitting in there, and when he came on screen, that's when I cheered. I didn't cheer like the whole audience during any of the other reveals, because I was waiting for my personal character to come on. I was like, I don't care about these people. Where the f is R2-D2? And then he finally came on, and I nearly cried during that part. I was like, he's here. He's great. And then he wakes up at the end, and I'm like, he's here. Oh my god. I had a little like gasm. It was great. Anyway, now it's your turn, so.
I was gonna say something, but I got distracted. So speaking of parts where we almost cried, I don't know why. I honestly can't say why for sure, but this just happened. At the very end, when Rey walks up to Luke and holds out his lightsaber, right when she like took it out of her backpack and held it out to him, I teared up, and I'm just like, wait, why the fuck am I crying? What the hell?
Oh my god.
Like, why?
What's happening?
So she held it out to him, but the very last scene here, when it pans out and it's like doing the whole camera on the helicopter thing going around from a distance.
All I could think of was Transformers.
I didn't like that for the very ending scene. I
didn't either.
I would have much rather preferred the camera to look at Luke and have him say something like just have him say anything like, oh, so you finally arrived, or I've been waiting for you, or just say something, and then
he just
black.
freaking. I would have inserted
cool.
I would have inserted like a farting sound at that point because he turned around and stared at her with this drunk face. Like, you could have played the Jeopardy music or something and described that scene perfectly. He just turns around and looks so confused. Like, how the hell are you on this planet? Like, what the frick?
Yeah.
Or some crap like that. He just looks so out of it, and I'm just like,
I totally didn't get that. Like, Luke is a fucking master Jedi, okay? This guy can use the Force. He probably felt Han die.
Yeah,
When
he
turns
did.
around and looks at Rey like, the fuck are you doing here? Like, he would be able to sense with the Force why she's there, and he's just turning around like, what are you doing here?
If you took off the hood and the robe and you just put him in like a tank top and had him a little bit of a beer belly and some like underpants and then that signature cap with the soda on it, that would have described the scene perfectly. Where he turns around and instantly his outfit changes to like the signature tailgate starter pack guy.
Oh my god.
Anyway, quit out of whatever game you're in right now because I'm gonna try and pick you up.
I'm waiting for you.
Oh shoot, I got into an all-day TDM freaking hunted game mode or some crap like that. So I was stuck in that for God knows how long and got distracted. But yeah, I'm ready. So whenever you want to send the invite, but do TDM because it's like the casual crap.
So speaking of moments that we liked, I don't have one specific one that I liked, so I'm just gonna name a whole bunch. Kind of like how you named yours at the beginning of this this Q&A session or whatever the fuck we're talking about here. First favorite scene. The very beginning when Kylo orders the stormtroopers to kill the hostages.
Hostages.
That scene where it shows Finn holding the gun and he just slowly looks down at the ground. That was awesome. I really liked that. I felt like that built a lot of emotion. It set up his character well, not even knowing who he was. It set up his character very well because as soon as he lowers that gun and then when he gets back onto the ship and he takes his helmet off, that's like, this guy knows what he's going to do. He knows he doesn't like it here. He has a direction. He has a plan. This guy's plot and character development is going to be great. Something else that I liked, and this might seem trivial, but
Everything's
I really
trivial in my
liked,
opinion.
I really liked Han and Chewie's reveal. Like when they pulled the Millennium Falcon into that ship that they had that they've been using for God knows how long. And then they're like, oh crap, it's the First Order, we gotta hide. And then Han just opens up that little grate like, the fuck are you doing here?
No,
That was just awesome.
I had to add a little thought because I was like, they were actively trying to poison whoever the hell was trying to get on the ship. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
dude, this is how Han's gonna die. He's gonna walk in with Chewie and they're both gonna fucking die, and then that beer belly dude's gonna yell double kill again. Or some crap. And I was like, dude,
Fatality.
this is Han's death right now. It's just he's fucking gonna get poisoned by these two rascals and then the whole movie is gonna be ruined. But I was like, no, the plot calls for him randomly opening the sewer gate and getting lucky, or them making an obscure noise just like Delson with the cup, and it's like that kind of needed so that they could not die, you know. It was like, oh, we need insert random retarded noise here because they're idiots.
Random retarded noise.
Let's just make them retarded for a couple of seconds so that they don't die, you know. It was kind of great. But I think my favorite part that was in the movie that I just could not say in words how, other than R2-D2, because that won't, this doesn't take R2-D2 at all. My favorite part in the movie was the part where Han literally got to try Chewie's weapon because he had never done it previously any time before.
Dude, that was awesome. He's like, I really like this.
I really like, because he's never done it before. So before they killed him off, they gave him the honorary rite of passage where he gets to like try out something he hasn't before, which I thought expanded on his character and made him even much more of a lovable character. Like, he's like, why have I never done this before? Like, the am I thinking? And so having him go out after getting to play with a cool toy and just getting that great characterization that he got is everything he put into that part. This movie.
Yeah, that was awesome.
His
I
very
really
brief.
liked that.
His final moments were just amazing. Like every scene he was in, that was his honorary rite of passage, and they killed him off, but not before he got everything he needed to get done. So I was very pleased with his overall performance, and then getting to try out that cool toy to show the lovable smuggling turn nice guy in Republic, I believe in the Force now kind of guy, because he was the atheist of the series, and now he believed. So it was just great.
I also really liked when Han, Chewie, and Finn are like infiltrating the base or sneaking into the base, and he's like that. Okay, I'm gonna explain it, and then I'm gonna just tell you how I feel.
You're camping. You might want to move.
The entire scene where they're sneaking into the Star Killer, and they're hiding outside behind that little maintenance facility house or whatever, and he's like, we're severely outnumbered, and he goes, hey, what position were you in when you worked with the First Order? And he's like, sanitation, and Han just looks at him like, sanitation? Are you kidding me? And he's like, relax, we're gonna get through this, we'll use the Force, and he's just like, that's not how the Force works! I thought that scene was so fucking funny.
Oh yeah, so did the audience. They really laughed at that point. This was one of the most humorous movies, though. It opened dark and then ended humorous, which was really kind of weird. Like, it went from really dark and like, oh crap, it's gonna be one of those movies, and then it just took a humorous spin every now and then, and I was like, wow, this is humor done right. Like, Jar Jar? No, he's potty humor retard. But this is done right. Like, this was actually legitimately funny because of lovable characters.
It was great.
You have to close that door. I'm spoiling. Anyway, I think they can hear me, but they probably are toning me out at any means necessary, because I might have just spoiled the entire fucking movie for them. They're out in the hallways. They probably, I hope I didn't. They probably closed their door just to not hear me talking about it, you know, because they really want to see it, as the two of them. But anyway, what the hell was I even talking about just now?
You were talking about how it was humorous, like it started dark and it got really humorous.
Yeah, that was it was another one of my little issues with pacing, but I kind of, before we continue, wanted to go into the line experience, unless you wanted to continue a little bit more. But if you want me to sub-categorize that, I could really quick.
I'm still good for talking about the movie. There's a lot of things I still want to talk about.
Alright, so you don't want me to break off really quick and tell the quick story of what happened in the 6-hour time span of the waiting in line and all the funny things that happened?
Not quite yet.
I might not have time to do that then. We might have to party chat tomorrow or something. But really quick, while you're talking, or before we begin again, I'm gonna be really distracted here for a second, because Josh actually sent me the video of of the really funny moment that I had during being there. So anyway, here is the video, and really quick, just check that out, because we were talking and then Josh started Snapchatting and I noticed, and I turned it into a funny moment, and they thought it was really funny.
Okay. Alright.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
That's great. That's great.
I noticed.
I'm jealous, honestly. This guy! Oh my god!
What?
I was the final death. I'm sitting here watching your video, and this guy comes up on me AFK.
Hi, how's it going? And there goes your brain. I like how you close your eyes like you're getting ready for a nap. He blew your head clean off, and you're just like, okay, good night.
Oh shit.
It's kind of cute that they didn't animate the freaking head blowing off. Like, all the other games have that. I like how I'm like second place, but we fucking lost.
Yeah.
Okay, I went 14 and 30. Nobody got any kills. Gecko, thanks, dude. 0 and 6. Nice going. Thanks for contributing. You were 1 and 14 mostly because you were too distracted talking about Star Wars. So you're excusable, but him, that was awful on his part. He has no excuse. That was just trash. But anyway, I'll let you do most of the talking now because I got what I wanted, other than if I come up with something while you're saying stuff.
Well, this isn't an issue I have, but this is kind of like an alternate idea that I had for the movie. I'm not disappointed that the movie took a different route, but this was kind of my expectation that I had. I thought that, you know, after it was revealed that Han was Kylo's father, I just quickly kind of made up this idea, just pulled it out of my ass right when I found that out. And I thought, hey, what if Han goes to get Kylo, and it is revealed, maybe not necessarily in the same order, because the movie would have to be completely reconstructed in order to fit this idea in. But let's just say, for example, what if Han goes to get Kylo, and it's revealed, and since Sith Lords love to stab each other in the back, this would be quite fitting, at least in my opinion, that there is another Sith Lord that wants to compete with Kylo for his position, and since Kylo is having this personality kind of
disorder,
well, I guess you could say personality disorder. He's struggling with wanting to go back with his dad and wanting to be with the dark side.
With sex life too, dude.
He doesn't think he is going to be stronger than Darth Vader, and we clearly saw that when Rey told that to him. He got really pissed off. But he's having a lot of personality issues, right? So if he finds out that there's another Sith Lord competing for his position, and he already doesn't think he's strong enough to be the next Darth Vader, what if he's just like, crap, Snoke was totally going to stab me in the back, these guys are gonna fucking betray me, maybe I should reconsider going with my dad, and instead of just killing him and becoming the ultimate Sith Lord, like, maybe what if he was like, holy shit, I've ran away from home, I've become a psychotic Sith Lord, I'm a total asshole now, what have I done with my life? And has like this aha moment where he's like, fuck, maybe I should just go back with my dad and reconsider my life.
That actually, now that I'm thinking about it, would make a lot of sense. No, for Christ's sake. Damn it.
Especially because of all the build-up where Leia is like, if you see our boy, you bring him home. And I'm just like, okay, well, maybe Kylo's going to change his mind, or maybe something is going to happen that's going to make him want to come back. And there's going to be like this kind of trust struggle, almost like in Advanced Warfare, when you find Gideon in the middle of fucking Alaska or wherever the hell you are, and you're like, wait, Gideon just shot 2 of his own soldiers. Can we trust this guy? I thought that would have been an interesting plot device, to have Kylo switch sides mid-movie and have people be like, wait, is he just deceiving Han so he can get on the inside of the rebellion, like as a double agent, or is he actually considering turning to the light side?
Sorry. I got a little bit focused there, but
yeah.
So your theory is basically, what if he didn't do what he did in the movie, and he didn't turn to the dark side, and he can... I don't know how that would affect the story, but I think it would have changed its overall message, or its overall long-lasting impression. Yeah, I wonder how much, though, it would have changed, and whether it would have been a good thing. Because right now, as the movie stands, it's near good. It's near perfect, maybe less. Maybe it's not half decent. That's an understatement.
Yeah.
It was better than half decent, but it wasn't near perfect. It was kind of like
In the middle.
it's kind of like what Paragon is as far as Infamous Second Son Karma's level.
Yeah.
It's basically Paragon status.
Yeah.
Dude, hey, just to let you know, unrelated, in this game, there is actually target assist. If you turn that option off, it's basically the you suck button. Like, if you think you're bad, turn that crap off, and then see how bad you really are. Because I didn't realize that it actually helped you aim. Like, it once you turn it off, you notice that there was something there that you just now took away, which has now completely messed your game up. So I was like, I tried it because Ian Walsh, one of the people from my old campus back in Vegas that I've talked a little bit about, was actually watching my stream, and he said, try it without target assist. So I turned it off, and I instantly started sucking, like, horribly. And I was like, the hell is this? And, oh, for crying out loud, I am so tired of getting killed during Psychosis. I'm just trying to get one kill to get this stupid helmet. I freaking hate this challenge. It's like the, okay, come kill me button. Jesus Christ. Anyway,
See,
so
I actually
yeah,
play with
so-
target assist and aim assist off already.
Oh, you do? No wonder you suck.
Yeah.
Put them back on.
Why? I don't like to have them on. It messes me up even more.
Okay, so your target assist messes you up even. Have you played at least one match with it on?
I have played with it on, and
I can't play with it
I
off.
like to play with it off.
Okay, I'm the other way around. I can't play with it off. That's why I go. I went from going like 32-1 to fucking -5. Like, seriously. Oh my god, thank you
Nice.
for killing that person. I literally shot him at no hit markers. Did you have anything else you wanted to cover?
I'm gathering my thoughts here.
Alright. You sure you don't want to talk about the theater going experience? Because that was pretty funny.
I know I've got some other things I'm going to say before
Yes!
I cover that.
Fricking, I don't even care that I died now. Finally unlocked that stupid helmet. Now I can go 8.
Well, I know I'm gonna think of a whole bunch of stuff I want to say like halfway through whatever conversation we have
About the
in the
wine.
future here. God damn it, I'm just trying to get all my thoughts gathered up now so that I don't have to keep going back and forth.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, no, that's literally the common struggle of ADHD. Is literally my life in a nutshell. Is I say a bunch of stuff and then I forget the most important thing I was trying so hard to remember. I literally
Yeah.
don't, like, during my presentation in psychology, I actually kind of winged it a little bit, to be honest. I told them a little white lie to sell my story, and it really worked. It really kind of worked in my favor. And it really went well, and I think if I hadn't, it wouldn't have had the same weight, because some people shared some really important stuff, and it was a bent kind of truth, because it did happen, it just didn't happen quite the way I said it did. I kind of glorified it a little bit, but it was about my eye surgery and how I sort of almost died, or, you know, something like that. So anyway, I kind of glorified it a little bit. Oh yeah, so they had to bring me back with those like clear things, you know, where they shock you and stuff, and I felt it while I was still unconscious. So it was kind of weird where you don't exist for a couple of seconds, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere you just get shocked, and you're like, the fuck was that? Where am I? What the? Am I in my brain? You know, stuff like that. So I was making a big deal about it, because that's kind of what it felt when I was waking up from it. But anyways, so back on the story. So I actually got a lot of laughs after the fact by telling them like what was in the box and how I released stress, and I got a lot of laughs, so it was great. But yeah, so frick, where was I even going with this? I don't remember. This is exactly what I'm saying. I forget the most important thing. Oh yeah, that's what it was. So I forget the most important thing, right? And the most important thing was I started off by saying, and this is the most important picture on the box. And then I went off and completely didn't even defend that point. And I was like, oh my god, I forgot to say why I put the picture there. And it was a picture of a kid who's going to get the apple shot off of his head with a guy with an arrow. And so that related to my surgery stories because I was putting my life in the hands of other people and trusting that they could succeed the surgery and I wouldn't choke on my own vomit and suffocate and die during the surgery while being under anesthesia. Okay? So, because that can happen and they have to give you anti-nauseousness stuff and, you know, all that crap. So, anyway, because they knock you out, of course you're not going to be awake. So just being in that situation where they're going to make you go unconscious is kind of scary as a 10-year-old. And then trusting that these guys know what they're doing with your fragile, only 10 years of life body that you have barely lived past 10 in is pretty fucking scary. So originally, before any of this ever happened, like the biggest point in my character of who I am was I was crying in the lobby because I didn't want to have a surgery, especially because I had a lot of nightmares about a home surgery that I'll get into that in a different party chat. Anyway, so it was really scary to me before they even announced it. So them saying, oh, we have to do surgery was just a frightening image on your eye, which is another frightening image. And then, you know, and then we're gonna do some last minute touch-ups with a laser, and I was like, a laser? And then I was like, oh my god. And then I was sitting in the lobby crying because all of this is just all so new to me. Like, this is just crazy world. And then I just kind of stopped, and then I thought, I just said out loud to my dad, and it was completely out of the blue, well, I guess a laser could be kind of cool. And so then my dad was like freaking amazed that I went from completely just devastated and freaked out at all of this to seeing like one good thing about it and just completely going in a full 180 and becoming a soldier. So that's how I became the soldier, is I, you know, did that. So that was
Nice.
that was another section of the eye story. But yeah, it's just all really scary, but you know, I lived through it, so it was great. So yeah, I told basically that story. I was really fucking nervous, but I got a lot of laughs and I got a lot of hearts touched and stuff, and I was like, damn, like, holy balls, I did pretty good, and that was it.
Nice.
And that's not even the movie theater story, which I was going to tell, but I want to make sure you're good on gathering your thoughts and are good on changing subjects quick and then going back to it, or what you want to do here, because I don't want to...
Well, go ahead and tell me about the line experience. I'm sure I'll remember something during the conversation.
Yeah, so, alright, so, yesterday, or fucking, I guess, the day before today's final, I did the psychology thing. So right after I had finished presenting, I full-on sprinted a good 30 feet and then came back and was talking to Antonio, and I was like, yeah, sorry, I had to sprint real quick because that was a lot of adrenaline I had to release because I got a lot from presenting. So I walked with him, and I walked with John, and then I was on that side of the school, so I was like, alright, see you, John. So I was done talking to him, and then I started walking in the general direction of where I was supposed to meet my friends, and I got there and saw Ryan getting into his car, so I was like, yo, what up? And so he's like, okay, get in, and I put my stuff in, and then we were waiting for the other two, and then Josh ended up having to sit in the middle, and then we all took a big, long road trip, and we went to a convenience store. His mom took like 45 minutes in there, no big deal, no rush, because we, you know, didn't care. We weren't in a hurry. The movie wasn't for another 7 hours. So anyway, we got drinks and pizza and stuff like that. And so we took it all there, and then we ate the pizza there. So we were sitting in there in the line, and we started eating pizza and talking. not all about Star Wars originally, and then we started watching some videos and sharing some theories on what could have happened. And I was telling jokes the whole time while we were theorizing, and they were laughing, and it was really great. And then some guy in the line showed us a video of how it should have ended for Revenge of the Sith, and
Oh yeah, that was funny.
and so we watched that and stuff, and there was a lot of things that he was saying, and apparently he was from another high school that we don't know. So yeah, I thought he was like more of adult age, but whatever. So he was in a high school, I guess, and he had a cousin that I think he said went to ours. So yeah. And so then we stopped talking to him, and he actually like skipped ahead in line later on. Like, I don't know how the frick he did it, but he went like a couple of spaces ahead, and this white guy took his spot, and then he was with like 2 other people that he was supposed to be there with. Cool, I totally ignored that guy. And so yeah, so we stopped talking to him after a while, and we just Aaron decided, okay, it's study time, so he started studying, and then he was like mostly not talking the rest of the time, but occasionally he would take the earbud out and we'd talk. And so then Josh and Ryan knew that there was a GameStop around the corner, so they all went to GameStop, and I was checking the Revenge of the Sith movie because I hadn't, or the thing How It Should Have Ended video. Once I finished, I looked up and they were gone, and that's where they went. They went to the GameStop. So I went around the corner, found the GameStop, walked in, smelled like friggin' the worst poop of anyone's entire life was irradiating through the air vents all throughout the store. So, or something of that nature. So it was a rotten egg kind of smell, and it really was horrible. Or sewage. I don't know what the hell it was, but it smelled bad in there. We looked at some games, he took some Snapchats of it, and then we went back, and then they went back there again, so apparently the smell wasn't that big of a deal to them. They went back. Dude, I just got fucking triple teamed. Anyway, so they went back and forth a couple times because they got bored, and then we'd sit there and talk and have a great time. And the line flew by really fast. But here's when stuff starts going terrible. Right when they get back from GameStop, this is where things start heating up, and the line becomes frickin' center of LA weird kind of crap. Which also we just went to LA, so you know, we were in the middle of crazy town today. But anyway, in this line, so about every 5 minutes, people would come into our line and just ask someone, okay, so what line is this? Like every 5 minutes, and I kept cracking the joke, yeah, because it says professional theater goer movie dude on our shirt and stuff, right? Like, hey, ask us, we know what it is on our shirt. And I was like, Ryan, you're wearing the AMC Covina theater staff shirt, are you? Right? And he's like, no, I got the Star Wars shirt on right now. And I was like, oh, you left your other one at home, I guess? Yeah, we thought that was really great. So we were making a bunch of jokes about how they could not stop asking our line for the life of them, and it didn't happen until we actually got into the movie theater. So up till the very last minute, people were still asking us which line it was. And I was just like, at this point, you're not even going to see the movie because, dude, it's just too late. It was chaos. But back to when they got out of GameStop. So every now and then they would ask us, but then there would be this oddball that would come out of nowhere shortly after they would ask for like which line it was. Is just somebody who doesn't belong and isn't there for the movie at all. And so first we saw this incredibly fat chick come by from fucking Subway, and she was like, hey, you guys want some Subway coupons? I'm like, no, we want to see the Star Wars movie. So she went all the way up the line and all the way down the IMAX line, and then walked out, and apparently still had like half the coupons in her hand. And I was like, yeah, good job, really good doing there.
Wow.
No, we like Subway anyway. So I was like, and you're man, great job. It's like the Subway's across the street, and they're like, hey, look at that long line, just go and fucking give them all coupons, we want business. So then later on, a taco truck drives by, like this big ass taco truck that you could probably literally live
guess you freaking ducked because you're so used to hearing that noise in Watch Dogs and dying shortly after.
No, but that would have been funny. But this taco truck was like 11 feet. It was huge, like, it was so tall, it was kind of ridiculous. It looked like a mobile home, like, but half the length of a mobile home and more like tall. And I was like, you could live in that taco truck, no joke. And it drove by, and I was like, you know what? I think their idea of driving by this whole line was basically to go, you see all those people? They're probably hungry. Let's go do this. So they drive by, and all they gotta do is drive by, and people are like, you know what? I'm in the mood for tacos. Guess where they park? 50 feet away from a Taco Bell. So,
Wow.
so it's great because this taco truck was one of the many funny experiences, but this was, I'm jumping back and forth in the time it took for us to be waiting, but this taco truck
That's alright.
was, this was around
Got a
5.
freaking triple kill.
Wow.
Right off the bat, that was awesome.
I'm 0-3.
Sorry.
I haven't even shot at anyone, really. I just gotten killed a lot. Okay, I got a hit marker there. But anyway, so this taco truck, yeah, we can never do good at the same time, so I guess it's your turn. I'll just suck. I don't care. Anyway, this taco truck came around at about 4 or 3 or some crap. Oh, I almost just got a triple kill there. I'm getting distracted, my bad. Oh, never mind.
That's fine, I get distracted too.
I'm raping, dude. I just got a fucking frenzy kill. Oh my god.
Dang.
Oh, I had to reload. Whoops. Anyway, so the taco truck came around at... No, it was 3. So it came around at 3, so it stayed around for like 2 hours, and it was giving tacos out to people. And I think there were these vendors there with boxes of LED really high-end lightsabers too. So they were selling them next to the taco truck, and I was like, oh, that's a good business plan. Are you guys from the taco truck? And it was like, no, we're here to see the movie. And I was like, which movie? And they're like, 10:30, and the line's not even there yet, so we're just selling lightsabers. I was like, well, you came prepared. And it was like, yeah, I gotta make a little cash. I was like, well,
Damn.
apparently. So a bunch of people were having like LED lightsaber fights, and it just got real quick.
Dude,
So
that's epic.
people were high off of tacos and friggin' having friggin' lightsaber battles, and then so these crazy dudes said if you lose a battle, you have to go order both Taco Bell and the taco truck tacos, and then jam them together and eat the slop that is the double taco crap.
The double taco.
Yeah, so they would take one hard shell taco and whatever taco that the taco truck was doing, and they'd basically take their hands and squish the tacos together into a ball, and then just friggin' eat the ball of taco. So it was
Dude,
like,
I
it
want to
was-
move down there.
it was
That sounds
freaking
like fun.
stupid, but it was hilarious. So we watched them battle, and whoever would lose would have to go do that. So we'd follow the loser all the way to Taco Bell, and then we'd follow him all the way back to the 50 feet walk that was the stupid. So me and Josh were kind of a little bit concerned. So we checked it out for a little bit, and then, you know, he started eating it, and we're like, all right, well, we had the family pack. So we went into Taco Bell, we got the family pack, right? So 12 tacos. So we went back and we
Nice.
started eating those, and I'm really not very good at eating hard shell tacos. I drop literally fucking everything in them. So
Yeah, I
they're like, oh
soft shell
dude,
better
you're
than
so
myself.
messy. And I'm like, how do you not dribble in like with fucking hard shell tacos? Are you serious? And so anyway, that's what was happening. And so we ate those tacos. And we had already had pizza and Coke. So when we got the tacos, I made the joke, hey, tacos and pizza 3 hours apart sounds like a death sentence. So we might not survive this movie. So we need to make sure
Or you
Ryan.
could just have taco pizza from Casey's.
Yeah.
that's
Well,
what we
it
have
didn't
here.
sound like a good idea to me at first, so I made the joke, and then I was like, dude, we might not survive this movie. And he was like, yeah, well, if we're not going to survive, we need to make sure Aaron and Ryan die with us, so they need to eat a taco too. So we badgered Aaron to the point where he's like, what do you want? He took his earphone out, and we're like, we need you to eat a taco so that you can die in case we do, because we all ate pizza. And pizza and Taco Bell doesn't sound like a good combination. And he's like, alright, fine. And then he friggin' says, I'll eat it after I'm done doing the stupid studying. And then it took him until the last minute, and then he wanted a taco, and it was way too late. And then I said, I actually took one out of the box when he did, and he ate his. And I kept mine in my pocket, and he said, dude, I so want another taco while we were waiting in line. And so I said, dude, I have one in my pocket. So I kept that in my pocket until we got into the movie theater, and then started eating it before the movie started playing, and it played 15 minutes late. But anyway, fast forwarding towards when it's kind of more dark outside. So the next funny part about the line was I told them about my Vegas experiences and how I'm really good at sneaking into places and getting away with it. And I told them about how I played poker once, and I took the guy across from me's card and swapped his card with mine and pulled a triple and freaking got his chips. So
Nice.
I was not a fun person to play with, and I got the final kill. I was not a fun person to play with, and so I told them all these crazy stories, and they're like, so what are you going to do? And I was like, so you know how you guys are really concerned about your seats? And actually it was me. I was glorifying the fact that I was like so worried.
Wow.
I was so worried about losing our seats. So I said, I'm going to go sneak up to the front of the line. And they're like, dude, do it. So, and then they're like, you're not going to do it. He's not going to do it. And then they were like, they were kind of joking. I was like, I meant it as a joke first, and then they started like egging me on. So I was like, yeah, I gotta do this. I said, Aaron, will you give me credit if I do it? And he said, yeah, sure, if you can pull it off. And then so I started to walk over there, and he's like, oh my god, he's actually doing it. So I went all the way, sat down next to this guy, right? And he's like kind of big. He's for the 10:30 line, it turns out, but he's a jackass, so you'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
Anyway, he gets up and he goes to the bathroom. So literally no one's looking, and the only people in the 7 line are playing Heads Up, that stupid app. And so I sneak in a line, and then these people get in and out of line over and over
Could you
again
hold that
twice.
thought really quick? I'm gonna go get something to eat.
Yeah. You better come hurry back.
I'll be right back. My mom is asleep, so she won't even know I'm up there.
There's more. There's more. There's more black market gear. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, what are the final outros? Rapidly kill fuck you. Rapidly kill 2 enemies while using psychosis 2 times. I really don't want to do your outfit stuff, dude. Dun 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 dun. I like how it's cutting in and out of the noise of his rotary dial, sting fan sounding crap. Why is there a giant gaping hole in this gun? That's the one issue I have with this fucking gun. It is just the giant gaping hole. I feel like a mag should be shoved in there. It reminds me a little bit of like an empty version of the freaking some of the guns at World at War. The one that makes a ding noise when you shoot it. Anyway, yeah. We actually got off of Star Wars and talked about the lines. That's great.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. So, I've gotten to the point where I sat down next to the big guy. And so he got up, and then I went into and I merged into the line, and nobody noticed and nobody questioned, and so it was working real great. And then I got into a conversation and established myself as had been being there already. The only guy I didn't fool was the guy who's been there since 9, and he really didn't bring it up. He wasn't a big jack about it. He didn't really care that I cut. He was like, but I invited Ryan into the line, so then we started talking espionage and saying, when did you get here? Did you get your ticket? Da 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 da. And just to establish him. But then the guy, we got into a conversation with the guy again, and he said, well, I've been here since 9, so I know who is behind me, and so Ryan was like, oh shit. So he's like, we're compromised, and I was like, no, you're compromised. And then I said, you might have to go back there, but I can save us seats, don't worry. So he's like, alright, see ya. So I stayed there, and then the guy in the line said, well, I guess I obviously didn't scare you off. You seem to care really much about this. And also I saw all 3 of your friends go check where you were in line. So I kind of saw that coming anyway. And I said, yeah, it's mostly a cred thing. And he said, I understand. You guys are teens. You do stupid stuff sometimes. But, man, it's fun, isn't it? And I was like, yeah, it is. And he said, well, I used to have a lot of fun, so I know how you're in, and I wish you good luck. And then he said, but be careful, because some people don't think like I do. And he's like, and plus you care a lot about Star Wars, so obviously sneaking in line is not low for trying to get into a friggin' Star Wars movie. I mean, it's fucking Star Wars. I was like, yeah, you'd probably do the same. And he said, we kind of did, because people were trying to save spots for their families, so we pushed them out of the way and said, no, we've been here since 9, you don't get to do that. So they ended up at the front of the line too. So I was like, yeah, well, we were here at 12. And he's like, yeah, I see that. And you guys were probably way far back there, right? And I was like, yeah, because people were like fucking inviting their family at last minute. And it's like, yeah, exactly. I hate those people. So cutting in front of them, good move. And then this 1030 guy dude came up and tried to play Public Justice Hero number 1. And so he played Poop Face, Justice Guy. So he comes up and he's like, hey dude, you cut in line. And I was like, no I didn't, I've been here since 9. And then the dude behind me, who happens to be the beer belly guy that I've been talking about,
Wow.
I saw him going out of the theater. I was like, hey, was that you? And he's like, yeah, that was me. But anyway, he was cool, I liked him. So anyway, the other dude, who was way much more of a beer belly, made the other guy look skinny. He's like, hey, you cut in line. So I was like, no I didn't. So the beer belly guy backed me up. He's like, yeah, he's been here since 9, like seriously dude. He just went to the bathroom and came back. We know him. And he's like, oh yeah, really? Well, if he didn't cut in line, then I guess you won't have a problem getting checked for the timestamp on his ticket. Because they're gonna do that, and if they find out that your timestamp reads the wrong position in line, meaning, you know, oh, I got here at 9, and my ticket read 1, you know, p.m., frickin', they're gonna know some crap was up where his ticket reads 9 in the morning and my ticket reads 1 in the afternoon, and I'm in the same position in line as he is, and so I got scared, so I was like, oh, shoot. I'm screwed, I don't want to get kicked out of the movie, and I want to see this with my 3 friends. That's a little bit too much more important. So he walks away, and then I backed out of line, and right as I was backing out of line, Beer Belly said, that scared you, huh? And I was like, yeah, and he's like, I called it, I knew somebody was going to do that, and I was like, I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry. And he's like, oh, it's okay, anything for Star Wars, and so I left line. And then I went back there, and before I left the line, though, I texted Aaron, you really want me to come back? Because I think I could stick this out regardless of this douchebag. So anyway, we ended up getting the best seats that we wanted. Not only that, but he was in the 10:30 line, so as we were walking in, I saw him waiting for the 10:30 line, and I was like a big freaking 5-year-old child. I was like, nah, and freaking made fun of him. Because he was still outside, and he wanted to play social justice hero, so I did that. And then, so the greatest part was, even though I was in the wrong karma, he still got screwed over, because we went and our movie started 15 minutes late, and then when our movie ended, we walked out of the theater, and as we were walking out, the 10:30 line was still outside. So we went in and saw the whole movie, and the 10:30 line didn't even get in yet. And it was like 10:20, so I was like, geez, man, seriously. So we saw the whole freaking movie while they were still waiting. And that a-hole was there since 3, so we got there at 12, and then we got our tickets at like 1:06. Well, I was like 12 or 1, so we just had freshly gotten there right after school, which was good timing. So, but anyway, so and the funny part was, I could have actually stayed in first in near the front of the line because they literally weren't checking tickets. She just fucking ripped it open, and just handed it, and was like, go.
Yeah,
She had a whole line to process, so they didn't really care. So he scared me off, but then he got screwed over, and it really didn't matter because she didn't care what was happening as long as she was getting the freaking people in the theater.
Yeah,
I mean,
see, that's something that I was going to bring up, actually, because it's a little bit unrelated, but it's kind of the same topic. When I went to get Black Ops 3, you know how they have, like, groups for the pre-order? You have Group 1 and Group 2 and all that crap.
yeah, I just walked right in and stole a copy, and it was just fine.
I freaking walked in there, and they had me in Group 3, right? So me and Max walk in at the end of Group 1, and nobody gave a shit.
Yeah,
Nobody cared. They just looked at my ticket like, oh, yeah, you're good.
I went to go get a ticket, and then they said, oh, you have to have the money and da-da-da-da-da. So I had this big pointless conversation with that dude, and then it turned out that we had to wait for all the rest of the groups to get it, and then we got it anyway, and there were no hardened editions anyway, so I wasn't getting anything special from the trip anyway, so you got lucky and I got screwed, so it doesn't fucking matter. But, yeah. But this was my time to shine, so they still gave me cred for going all the way to the freaking front, and then going all the way back. So, yeah, it was pretty great. So anyway, I'll send you some pictures of basically everything. So there's one more story that I had about it, and here's all the pictures that I took personally. We had quite a few more. But so my new mission when I got into the theater was to play drunken fucking party goer mode, which is my alternate mode. When I'm with 3 friends, I go from being my shy, like, withdrawn, quiet self to being head of the party and being the dude who's like the guy who's always acting drunk but has never had a drop of alcohol before and is just the party dude. So I turned into the party guy. And so my new mission was in the theater. I was going to save this seat next to me after everyone was asking, hey, is this seat taken? And I said, yeah. So basically, I saved the seat on purpose, but then I feigned like it was an accident. Oh, I thought it was just, but they didn't show up. But anyway, my whole mission was to save this one seat so that if a couple was walking up and they were trying to find seats, I would say, hey, I got a seat for your girlfriend. Oh, but not for you. But I got one for her. And it's best seat in the house. Okay.
Wow, that's fucking awesome.
So I saved that seat, and it stayed empty the whole movie. And
Nice.
honestly, I was so tempted to just go out, find the cutest girl in the 10:30 line, and say, "Hey, there's a seat for you." And then I would have like snuck her in there and had her sit in the fucking the stupid the 7 o'clock show for the 10:30 line. So, and then she would have gotten to go right back in and see it again. So she would have gotten to see it the first time for free or something. I don't know. It would have been great.
Wow.
Anyway, so that was my
That's
mission.
amazing.
And then they all went to the bathroom, so I stayed behind and guarded the seats. So what I did was I literally lied down on the armrests across all 4 seats because I'm tall enough to do it. So I just lied across all 4 seats. Not the 5th one that I was saving, so they could have taken it at any time because I was just lying there. Yeah, these seats are taken. But they just assumed that the 5th one was too, and I couldn't cover them all, so, you know. And some guy asked, hey, are these seats taken? As I was laying across them, and he was kind of like giggling while he's trying to get it out, and I was just like, no, I think they're empty. I don't know. And so I feigned like I didn't know where I was. Like, I was like, what's your name? Dude, where am I? And then he thought that was super hilarious, so he just went back down the aisle and sat in where he was. But he was totally trying to jack my seat, and he's like, dude, this guy's fucking laying across the seats. He is legitness. Don't mess with that dude. And I was like, yeah, don't mess with me.
Nice.
So, like, everybody in the theater at the end knew I was not to be trifled with, and I just lied across the seats, so I was...
Dude, I so bad want to come down there, like, for real.
I want to go up there and show Iowa where the party fucking has been all this time, dude.
I don't think coming to Iowa it would be kind of boring because I don't have any friends or spots to do anything with. Like, sure, I have Trent and there's Ames, but you can walk around campus town in 15 minutes.
Listen, if
Like,
I have
it's really fucking tiny.
if I have one friend with me in a public place, I become jackass number 1 and party dude number 2 at the same time. So
Yeah, but,
we
you know,
either would
I-
get kicked out of Ames in like 3 seconds, or we would instantly become the 2 most confident guys in the whole planet. Mostly me, because when I have a friend there suffering with me, anything I do becomes instantly the most confident thing ever. Because if I have a butt buddy, I do anything and everything, and I just become someone else.
Yeah, but here's why I want to go up there first. You're still in high school. You still have a group. You have like a little clique going on there with your friends, and you go places, and there's all these landmarks that all the high schoolers know. I want to go up there while you're still in high school, so we can like have a definitive plan of, hey, we can go here, do this, and then after you graduate, then you can come to Iowa, and we can be like, well, let's go to Ames and just fuck around with the college
Well,
people.
my friends are not anywhere close to as cool as you, so I think we could do it without them. And I know all the spots, I don't really need them. And my clique is kind of not that big of a clique. I had those 4 people, and they barely invite me to stuff. That was just like one of the few times that did. I usually would go to Six Flags with Andrew, and it's an ongoing joke that that Andrew and I have a thing, and I'm jealous of Nataya for taking Andrew from me. That's the joke. But the reason I started that joke so that I could avoid suspicion, because I actually really like Chris, who Josh dated,
Bullshit.
and I instantly backed off because Josh dated and broke up with her, and that was after Sam dated and broke up with her, and I used to be friends with Sam, so they both basically took my chance away, and I was like, fuck. So yeah, I kind of really still like Chris, but there's no chance. Anyway, so in order to avoid suspicion, I basically made up that story that I'm like head over heels for Baker when he's a guy and he's also taken, to avoid them finding out about Chris, because Josh would probably fucking stop talking to me or stuff like that. But anyway, the clique's not that big, it's just them 4. The other people are just freshmen that were freshmen when we were sophomores, and you know, they were not important. And one of them is like a know-it-all jerk.
I just think it would be cool. It'd be cool to do it while you were still in high school, because then you would have me, who's not only the outsider, but I'm also... I don't know how schools in California work, but normally when you have a new kid, he or she is like the cool thing. Everyone is always like gawking over the new kid, because it's like, oh, where are you from? What do you do? Blah 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 blah. What do you do? Like, I think it would just be cool, me coming from Iowa to go to a high school, to have you be my friend, and then walk around with you showing off the cool kid, you know, because I wouldn't technically be the new kid because I'm not going to the school, but it'd be like, hey, Alex is walking around with this kid I've never seen before.
I'm not a
Like,
big
where's he
campus
from?
dude. How do they know me?
Well, yeah, but you get what I'm saying, right? And people are obviously going to notice.
Okay, so here's how to become the most popular new kid. It doesn't just happen if you're just a new kid, but once you bring a pack of gum and food to me, a person you do know, during class, or during like really early on in an unimportant class or something like that, everyone in the class gawks and goes, who the hell is this kid and why is he getting special treatment? What the frick? And then they'll get real mad, and then they'll get real jealous, and then they'll get really like attached to the food/gum dude. So, and all you gotta do is just come with a snapback and a pointless, you know those bands that are around the keys that people swing around all the time.
Yes.
Those fucking stupid bands. If you had like a knockoff one of those, and you started swinging keys around like 24/7.
Yeah, oh my god, dude, I used to have a pair of keys that I could do that with. I need to fix my freaking my freaking.
It was like a
thing.
landline or what the
Yeah,
hell
yeah,
do they
it's,
call
it's,
it?
it's a
Stupid
lanyard.
lanyard. Yeah, if you had a
Yes, I
lanyard
have
with
one.
keys on the
I
side.
have one that is yellow and has the freaking snake on it, and it says "Don't tread on me."
It's got to be at least a ruler's in length or longer in order to get a pass by the people here, because literally, if it's like that long and you're swinging your freaking keys around, and you got like a truck, or what's your car? It's not
I
a truck.
have no, well, I could tell you the exact name of the car, but basically it's a Swedish executive banker car. It's fucking awesome.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it looks like the car that the freaking banker drives home.
Nice. That's interesting. I really like that. So, well,
Yeah.
whatever. It doesn't matter, but a lot of people like here, I don't think popularity is the biggest deal, but here this campus is probably big enough where if we screw up in one group, there's like way too many other groups, and I actually have now 3 semi-established groups that I can just walk in and start talking to people, and they won't question me being there. They'll just be, oh, it's this guy. And there's one that I told you about, Callista, and going into her group is awkward because I still like her, but it's cool. And I know Matt better, so when I go and when she's talking to Matt, I go over and talk to Matt, and then I said, oh, and how's your day? So then I just start talking to her, and then say, buzz off, Matt, I just needed you to get over here, and that's it. And then he shuts up, and then he starts talking to one of her friends, and then she buzzes off for some odd reason, because that's her thing. When a conversation goes too long, she just naturally just walks away. Like, she doesn't mean to do it, but she just, for some reason, has this mental bug where if it lasts too long, she just walks away. She does it to everyone. And she doesn't mean to, but that's her, like, nervous tick, I guess. And then Matt's, like, the guy who just follows her around, so she can't really escape the combo very easily with Matt. So, but anyway, yeah, that's my second group, and then the third group, Antonio walked me over to his third group, and I met this guy who I still can't remember his fucking name. I think it's Jack. I don't remember his name. He told me like 2 times, and I forget it every single time, which sucks. So I appear like I have no clue what it is. I might have to look him up in the yearbook and then just fucking always say his name, just so that when I go up to him and I go, "Dad, right?" You know, Jack, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Yes." After 2 years, after 2 years, I finally did.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I really want to come down there when you're still in school so we can do some funny shit on campus. That would be
well,
awesome.
you gotta fucking hurry.
I know I do. I might be able
You
to
only got 1
go down
semester
with
left.
Trent, actually.
If I had a dang crew, you and Trent, it'd be perfect. My brother just got out of the
Here's
shower
the thing,
though.
How long do you think it would take? Like, if I requested time off work, how much time would I need to request? Like,
What, are you
a week,
driving?
2 weeks? Possibly.
Dude,
I don't know how
it's
else we
gonna
would
take
get
you like
around.
if you fly, it'll be faster. There won't be traffic.
I'm
and you could
not worried about like how long it takes to get there. I'm just concerned on how long I
Dude.
should stay because I want plenty of time.
I don't know, man. That's difficult to say because you know, getting here is part of it. So that's like 2 days there and
Yeah.
2 days back. So that's you're gonna need at least a minimum of 4 to 5 days off. I would say freaking leave during spring break and then have 3 weeks off. So
Alright, 'cause
spring,
what my mom
my
said
spring
was
break
that-
is when you leave, and the other 2 weeks would be freaking you getting here. But the only problem at that point is where the hell are you guys gonna stay because our house is kind of
Yeah.
full.
Well, what my mom said was that I should work really, really hard and then just take a year off. Like, take a full year and go down there. But I don't know where the fuck I would stay for a year in California.
Dude, neither would I. You'd have to look up apartments here and then near my location and then find out how to do that. But this would completely eliminate
regardless
the
of
whole
how long
purpose
it
of
takes.
the trip of me going out there. So, whichever one you want to do.
Not really. I mean, you would still come out here to troll the shit out of my mom whenever that happens.
That would have to be after high school, but if you're gonna do this during one of my semesters, my spring break would be when you'd want to leave, and then 2 weeks after that, but you'd have to figure out how you're going to stay near me and where you're gonna stay and all that crazy crap and what the rates are and how much money you need, because this isn't gonna be like a, unless you guys want to sleep in your fucking car. I mean, last minute, if you don't have any other place to stay, I guess we could let you guys sleep out in the, what we call the playroom, on a bed. But anyway, we could discuss that more later. But I have to go now, but I'm officially on vacation for the next 2 weeks, so if you're on tomorrow, I'll be on tomorrow.
Alright.
Will you, or are you working?
I work from 2 to 10.
2 to 10.
Yeah.
8, 9 to... we'd be up at like 10, because I get up at 8.
I might be up early, possibly.
Yeah, I'll set my alarm for 8 then, I guess.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna get a kill and go to bed.
Alright.
You think we had an adequate Star Wars chat?
I know there's some stuff I'm forgetting to say, but I don't know what exactly it is I'm forgetting, so we'll probably keep discussing it the more I remember.
Yeah, you can make a video about it too, if you wanted it to be
I probably
public.
will. I'm actually gonna make a movie review or whatever, because that was one of the movies that I actually really want to talk about.
Yeah, but stream-wise, do you think we covered what you wanted to get set on stream?
Yeah, I think we did pretty good.
Shoot, because I need an editor real bad. Like, send it to Jack or John or fucking Zach Pyro, whatever his
Zach.
name is. I don't know, just send it to whoever can edit this adequately and quickly, because obviously your schedule is completely flamboyant as it is. I mean...
Yeah.
So, yeah. If anyone even wants to edit all of this. I like stream version better, but anyway, well, I got my kill, so I gotta go, so see ya.